man's code. I need a tastemaker to tell me which way to go, so I can play the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Here's your big chance, yeah, you got the next 3 seconds. Tell me what you want, I'm gonna get right on it. Tell me what you want, write it down in my notebook, duly noted. Tell me what you want, if it's gonna make you happy. I'll give you my guitar, show me all your hot licks. Damn, that's cool. Say, baby, tell me, are we almost there? Say, baby, should I bleach my hair? Tell me what you want, I'm gonna get right on it. Tell me what you want, I'll write it down in my notebook, duly noted. Tell me what you want, if it's gonna make you happy. I'll give you my guitar, show me all your hot licks. Damn, that's cool.
Well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that the dust has settled, well, I think we can come away from the Steam Deck and say that it was a huge, colossal failure. Now, that might sound like a silly statement because it's not out just yet. However, today, what we're going to do in this live, unmitigated reality check curated for the PC fanboys is we're going to dissect Steam Deck. And, you know, for a lot of people, or at least some, we have a lot of fake gamers in here that don't care about anything, but for the people that do care, this is going to be a hard pill. Believe me, this is going to be a hard pill. And we want the Steam Deck to be great. We really do, okay? We're not haters. However, with that said, because we care, we're brutally critical. And when you really look at the reality of the situation and survey what the Steam Deck has to offer, it's quite clear that there are many, well, concerns. There are many things that, well, I don't want to say problems because, well, you know, we just don't know quite yet. But right now, there are many reasons to say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't reservation, you know, this thing here. Maybe I should cancel my pre-order. Maybe I shouldn't pre-order the damn thing. There's just going to be a lot we're going to dissect here, okay? There's going to be a lot we're going to roll out the red carpet out here for the Steam Deck, and we're going to really analyze how much dirt is on that carpet, okay? Because this is what needs to be said. You know, I'm tired of the shills day in and day out on this damn platform. I mean, it's for everything. It's literally for everything because a lot of people around here are playing for validation. They're playing for acceptance. They're playing to be in part of the cool club and to be involved with everyone and everything. And how you do that is you start agreeing. You start sitting there and you say, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and they're going to open up the doors for you, and that's how you get your foot in the door. See, these people are playing it smart because they're kissing ass 24/7. We just don't kiss ass over here. We don't play for validation. We're not playing for likes. We're not playing for acceptance because if we were playing those games, believe me, we would have stopped playing them a long time ago. This is what you need to understand. There's a lot, like I said, we're going to dissect, unfold, and we're going to wait until people pile in here so that way we have a maximum reach here. This is the reality of the situation. So if you could do me that favor, consider sharing the stream. I know we got to pull teeth still around here. I don't like pulling teeth because I know, you guys come away and you say, oh my God, Mako, you ain't nothing but a cocky prick. But here's the thing. We have to pull teeth around here. We got to get them in here. We got to do what we can to get them in here. That way we can let them know the reality of the situation. We're going to dissect, believe me, we got some things here that we're going to talk about in detail, in depth. There are some concerns. And this is totally fair. I mean, you want to come out of the woodwork and say it's not fair, and that's fine. But you might be a fanboy if that's the case. That's the reality of the situation. That's what you need to understand. And I hope the PC fanboys, the 5 of them who are in here, because I know a lot of my audience doesn't really play video games, I hope they have their seatbelts strapped in.
50 Light donated $5 through Super Chat. Sup Mackle. I'm about to go to a job interview today. Wish me luck bro and hope the show starts well and study.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate you. Good luck on that. Tell your mother, the tanning office, right? Something like that. All right. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate you. 50 Light. First one to break the mold here. The reality of the situation continues to unfold. Steam Deck, we're going to dissect, expose the reality in ways that have never been done before. So you really need to get them in here. You got to pack the fucking house tight, Get them in here until they're sourdines, until there's no more room left on the goddamn stage floor.
Mercanium donated $5
Hell yeah, brother, we
through
appreciate
Super
it.
Chat.
Merc coming through really hard and really strong in the face of adversity. I thought today was going to be a big show. I thought we were going to have a big show. I thought a lot of people were going to be in tune for this because, well, we out here when no one can be. When no one else has the balls to have the courage to step up to the plate, when world class is climbing Mount Everest despite the snowballs that are being thrown at Mount Everest, world class, it's just the reality of the situation. I'm waiting until we at least hit 200 people to start this damn show. This is getting ridiculous out here. I prepare all of this shit for you. I got a brand new intro. We got this fucking, all of this had to be rendered out. Everything has to be rendered out, okay? It's not like you just start clicking and doing things. You have to wait for things to do things. We're going to dissect all of this. We have a lot prepared. We have a lot to discuss. We're going to be, of course, taking your Skype calls as well. And let me go ahead and press, hopefully, the right button here because I don't want to spoil the goods just yet until the theater's packed. But like I said, you can go ahead and call in on Skype. Oh, it's not on the screen. Well, let's fix that. There it is, 818-284-4568. In fact, we should just go ahead and do this right now. Or should we not? I'm not sure. But regardless, I know that we're waiting for people to come in here, and if we can't have it happen, we'll just delay the show and not do it today. I mean, we're just going to wait until it's time. I mean, I want to put on a great show for you guys here today, but the pulling teeth there needs to come to an end, and we have to start finding an audience that is actually applicable to what the fuck we're talking about, compatible, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of gamers out there, and it feels like when we go live out here, we're in the fucking Twilight Zone, and we're in this little bubble, and there's no way to escape the bubble, and I'm getting tired of that. So we got to have people in here that care. We got to have people in here that are not fake gamers. We got to have people in here that ultimately can say a thing or two in terms of whether or not they agree or disagree, okay? You have to get people in here that care. That's what makes for a good show. I mean, if Slipknot is going to play music for a country fucking audience, there's I'm just done explaining it. I'm really done explaining it. Like, it's either you get it or you don't.
Bubba donated $2 through Super Chat.
Oh, man.
Woman breastfeeding.
Yep.
Woman breastfeeding. Woman breastfeeding. Woman breastfeeding.
Yep.
Woman breastfeeding. Woman breastfeeding.
Let's go, guys. Come
Woman
on, man.
breastfeeding. Woman breastfeeding.
Yep, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I hate pulling teeth. I hate how we have to do this. We have to drag people across the damn concrete to even fucking get people to care. But this is the reality of the situation. This is why we're not unveiling the goods just yet, because we're going to get disruptions. We're going to get dumb bullshit like that. It's so sad. Nonetheless, we appreciate you coming through. Yep.
Woman breastfeeding.
Oh, Lord, it's never going to end.
Woman breastfeeding.
Alrighty, finally it did end. I don't care what you think, okay? Your opinion is really irrelevant, and you know damn well who I'm talking to. I saw that dumb comment in the chat. I mean, I really don't care. We need 200 people in here to start this bullshit. It ain't gonna happen today, it seems like. I'm not going to go to the fucking thing we have prepared if we're not gonna get 200 people in here. I'm not asking for donations. I'm asking for participation. You know, it really shouldn't be that fucking hard. If no one cared about the Steam Deck, then there'd be still fucking pre-orders available. I mean, there still are, but you're not getting the damn thing anytime soon. Well, that's another huge red flag. But here's the thing. There are people that care, and you need to find them, and you need to get them in here. There's only so much that I can do. I'm preparing the show. I don't have time to sit around and do fucking jack shit, okay? I got to prepare and render things out, okay? That's what has to happen in order to have this fucking show on the goddamn wheels, okay? The wheels have to be oiled up, otherwise the train doesn't move. It's that simple.
Harvsey donated £2 through Super Chat. Rip Joey Jordison, so sad.
Yeah, it is so sad. It really is. Well, I mean, they fired him, you know? They fired him, and it was a bad fallout, I think. The details are a little murky, I believe, still, but, you know, I'm not sure, man. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you. But that's what I was saying. I mean, that's the analogy. You know, you got Slipknot on stage. If Slipknot's going to play heavy metal to a country audience, you know, they want to see Luke Bryan or some shit, whoever the fuck plays country music. I mean, it just ain't going to fucking work. And that's the problem that we have a lot of times over here, is that a lot of non-gamers watch this show. They're so desensitized to content because they get on TikTok for their next dopamine hit. And, you know, they just can't come over here and appreciate what goes into this show and, you know, what we are trying to accomplish out here. And it's really so sad because when you talk to these fake gamers, they don't care. They just tell you straight up they don't care. Well, we don't need you participating, you know, this fake participation if you don't care. So, you know, I mean, we barely hit 200 people. I had to start pulling teeth to make it happen. I mean, we should at least have 300 people in here, but I know that's impossible, so I'm not even going to go down that fucking road. You know, let's go ahead and, you know, warm the wheels up a little bit more before we can go on further. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Skype, okay? We're going to do Skype, and we're going to do Skype, and, you know, we're just going to see how this one plays out. I mean, you know, maybe I should just save this shit for a regular video. I'm not sure. I mean, if people don't want to participate around here, there's no reason for me to go live at this point. Obviously, my heavy hitters are broke, and, you know, they can't afford to support the show anymore because they went broke in one fucking day. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and try Skype. Let's kill some more time as people continue to pile in here. The Mosquito Comfy live show and all the video. You can call in. It is not a Skype telephone number. It is a regular telephone number that you call in with your telephone, 818-284-4568. That is the number to call. It's right on your fucking screen. And we will get down to the reality as soon as people start calling in. If people don't want to start calling in, then, you know, we're probably just not going to do this show. I mean, you know, like I said, if the lack of participation is there, believe me, we're turning off the instruments, we're turning off the guitar amp, the cabinets, and we're done. We're literally going backstage. We're done with this shit. I mean, I got to put on a show not only for you guys. It's too fucking loud. Hello, you're on the air.
Wrestling.
You're a fucking loser. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello. You know, people are only really hyped up for Steam Deck anyway, because, I mean, yeah, Steam Deck is because it's Valve.
Oh, absolutely.
If it wasn't Valve, it was some generic name, it would be.
I mean, if Xbox did the same thing, no one would care. They would say it's a fucking, you know, it's a, you know, I mean, it would, you know, you're right.
Yeah, pretty much only name. And also, aren't the PC gamers the ones always mocking the Xbox and the PlayStation? Oh, you guys got to play non-4K 120 fucking frames.
Yeah, I know. Now that, believe me, we're going to get all into this. I mean, the goddamn product does not make sense. Let me just put it to you that way.
No.
The product literally does not make sense. And you know, like I said, we're going to get into this more detail, but my God.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yep, call in and just.
Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael.
Yep.
I don't know what your argument's going to be against the Steam Deck.
Well,
but I
that's
wanna
why you
ask
got to
one
stay
question.
tuned. You think I'm going to spill the beans in the first 5 minutes? Hell no! I know how to pace this show, believe me.
Closure
Wanna ask you a question?
Well, hold on, I can barely hear. They're
donated
disrupting the
€2
show.
Through Super Chat.
All right.
You think
What
Dead Space
drives
remake
hardware?
is
Hold
going to
on.
be trash?
Okay.
Dead Space remake. Well, they announced that the Assassin's Creed Valhalla director is behind it, so I don't have much hope. You know, to be totally. I mean, I was on board with it, to be totally frank, because I think Dead Space does need to be remade. But when you hire that director, that's just a huge red flag. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate you. Hello, you're on the air.
Coming down the pike. What the question is, what drives hardware?
Yeah, we know software has. I mean, there's a lot of software on Steam.
That's the whole point of the Steam Deck. So I don't know what your arguments.
Well, I mean, hey, you got to stay tuned, brother. We got more than one argument. Believe me, we got at least 4 on the goddamn table right here.
If you have some kind of hidden weapon, I'm ready to see. But
Well, hey, you got to get people in here. I mean, this is getting ridiculous out here. I mean, you know, I believe me, I'm not going to name other names, but there's streamers that do literally nothing. Okay.
I was at
And-
the handing out office, handing out business cards.
Yeah.
And so we're all putting our hard work in, Mike.
I hope.
So
Hell yeah.
let us see. Let's see.
Hell
what
yeah.
happens.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Pence through Super Chat.
Hello, you're on the air. Forky up. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. Pre-show, baby. We haven't even started. If you're just tuning in, we're going to get down to the reality soon. Now we got to have a fucking countdown timer on the goddamn thing. No, you're done. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. You don't know shit about wrestling. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can predict every fucking caller on this show. It's so fucking predictable. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go.
Donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
Well, you're cutting out today.
Oh,
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hang on.
We out
Right,
here.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah. No, I would have to agree with you on that. I am a PC gamer, but yeah, it's a Steam Deck. It's not gonna be what people
Forky
don't
donated
take into
79
consideration,
pence
like
through
thermal
Super
throttling
Chat.
and stuff like that. It's just something that small just doesn't.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot to
technology, I know that.
consider. There's a lot
One
to
of the
consider.
things-
That's why I'm saying, well, I mean, look, we haven't even got into it. We haven't even got into it, and people are getting a little crazy
Yeah,
already, so.
the processor and stuff like that. I know what you're gonna say. And you
Really? What am I going to
is-
say? What am I going to say? What's my first point?
Well, the AMD processor.
Well, that may or may not be one of them. However, that isn't my first one.
All right.
Forky
But
donated
yeah,
79
the
pence through
concept's good. I
Super
agree.
Chat.
The concept's good, but it's not going to be what people think it's going to be. It's not going
Well-
to be able to push any of them, the PC games like your Armor Freeze and your DayZ and stuff. It's not going to work for them. It's like a gaming.
Yeah, and
laptop,
those are
so
very
if you have a
popular
gaming
games.
laptop-
I mean, you know, some of those popular games are, you know, they're very demanding.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if you've got a gaming laptop, for example, and you play Red Dead Redemption 2 for 3 hours, the performance will start dropping after a certain amount
Forky
of time.
donated
Because
79
of the heat.
pence through Super
And
Chat.
obviously
Well, what they
Final
should do
Fantasy
is they
Max
should
with a
categorize
laptop
certain
that's
games that
the
says,
parts
hey,
in it.
they're well optimized for this machine, and then, you know, because, you know, a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I mean, you know, a lot of the soccer moms are going to buy this bullshit for Christmas
look
or
at-
what
look
have
at the
you.
price point.
They're going to get it. You know,
Look
they're
at
going to
the
buy
price
from
point.
scalpers because they got fucking big money, Joe Biden money. And, you know, I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, but this is what people don't understand. The price point, you're going to get what you pay for. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's already way
donated
expensive. I mean, it's
79
way
pence
too
through
expensive.
Super
We're going to get
Chat.
into this, guys. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know that was another thing that was going to come up, but like the whole argument that PC gaming's like not good. Like PC gaming is good.
Well, that's not my argument actually. I mean, you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. I got some really good points today. Believe me.
Well, bring the points, then I'll. Bring
Well,
them
you
back.
bring the audience and we'll get them in here. Hell yeah. Hello. Let's go. This is going to become a bad angle very soon. The sun's going to start glaring behind me, so we got to get moving, guys.
79 pence through Super Chat.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. You're on the air.
Yeah, I got one question about this.
Yeah.
Can you fuck me?
Jesus Christ. So many incels. So many incels. It's really sad. All right, we're going to close the pre-show because obviously you guys are just not quite ready for what World Class is going to bring to the table here today. We're going to wait until he can
Forky
not do that
donated
anymore,
79
so that way we
pence
can
through
actually do the show.
Super
And, yep, so we're just going to wait until that stops, and it eventually will stop because I know he doesn't have any real money. So, you know, I don't need that blaring off when I'm trying to make big points here. So, This is just the reality of the situation, folks. You got to get them in here. Let's get to 250 at the very least. Come on, guys. Start sharing this goddamn stream. Let's make it happen. We're not asking for super chats, although we appreciate it very much. So we're asking for participation in here. And how you get people participating is you got to get them over here. It's as simple as that. We got to deploy the troops and get them over here. I mean, I thought people would automatically come because we're talking about a big fucking thing out here, but it literally does not work like that. I mean, I can be in a fucking Lamborghini right now, and we're still going to have 50 viewers. I mean, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is around here. It's so sad, but it is what it is. And, you know, I'm seeing a lot of, well, I'm not going to mention that, but come on, man, let's go.
Through Super Chat.
I'm going to disable it where it doesn't talk for 79 cents. I mean, that's ridiculous, bro. That is literally the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever heard. Like, I mean, if you're the only one supporting the show, well, we know we're in the shitter. So I'll just sit out here and do nothing until you guys can start helping me. You know, start participating. Start bringing people over here that care. I don't need fake gamers over here. I'm done with the whole fake gamer saga. Done with the whole fake gamer era.
Through Super Chat.
Come on, man. Quit doing it. I'm going to turn it off if you keep doing it. Supposedly there's someone else, there's something coming through here. That's what I'm waiting for. And it keeps doing the forky shit. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're done. We're done, man. I'm not listening to this all night. This is getting fucking ridiculous, okay? This is getting fucking ridiculous. Let's get to 300 people and we'll start. Let's get to 300 people and we'll start. I know it sucks. We got to pull teeth. We're at 260 fucking 2 people. That's like, I don't know how many more. Okay, I'm retarded. Look, but I'm not retarded in regards to the Steam Deck. You have to get people in here. Let's get 300 people in here. I mean, I know streamers that do literally nothing. They're fat. They sit there. They do nothing. They get 1,000 views. That's fucking stupid. We're out here fucking literally sweating out here. We got to put on a show. I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I can't. I'm turning it off. How do I turn it off? I'm turning it off. There. It's fucking off. I'm going to manually read them out because you know what? The other ones aren't reading out. Literally, the other ones are not even reading out, so I don't know what's going on. Straight up, Brando, hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you. Time to get the rubber chicken out. We got to get the rubber chicken out so that these people start paying attention out here. Let's get it up to 300 viewers, and we will start. I am not fucking around. That's it. I'm done asking for more. Let's pack the fucking house tonight. 300 viewers. If we can't make that, I don't know if it's right. You know, I don't know if we should do it. 1440p, hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you. $674 to run games, 720p 30 hertz, dead on arrival, 512 gig SSD. I mean, oh man. All right, we're at 269 people. Let's get them in here. We just need about 20 or so more people. Let's make it happen, please. 30 more people in here. Let's make it happen. We got 40,000 subscribers. It should not be that hard. We should not have to pull teeth. It's a great fucking thumbnail. It's a great title, and you damn well know it. Okay, we're going to dissect this. We have not done so already. I know I got to start putting up text on the screen. I got to start pacing things. I got to tell people what's next, what's coming. I got to have fucking live text-to-speech on the damn screen because everyone's disabled around these days. But, you know, there's only so much that I can do. I'm a one-man band. So, look, at the end of the day, what you're going to have to realize is that World Class is out here for you. World Class is out here for the gamer. And World Class is out here to protect the consumer. Because at the end of the day, that's the reality of the situation. I'm going to turn it back on because I believe that bullshit stopped. And hopefully it starts working again in a way that makes sense. Let's get it to 300 people and we'll start this damn show. And believe me, there's a lot to dissect. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pace it a little bit differently. I'm not going to unload all the goods on you all at once and then go into Skype. No, we're going to do one at a time and then go into Skype. And then we're going to move on to the next point. We're going to go into Skype. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pace this in a way that makes sense, much more so than ever before. So if you want to start participating, that's fantastic. Make sure to happen. I don't know if this is Forky broke the whole fucking system, which is so sad. I don't know what's going on unless there's a big delay. The good senator, hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you. Name me the last good piece of hardware from Steam. Exactly. Alrighty. Now we got to manually read these out because some fucking loser broke the whole damn system, which is so incredibly sad. And now I got to do even more fucking work. I got to, you know, because if I don't, they're going to call me a fucking scammer. Like, oh, you didn't read my message out. Well, maybe you shouldn't be donating $2 so it disappears in 1 second. You know, all right, looks like we're not going to have the show today, so, you know, I guess I'll just pack this one up. I mean, I was ready. It doesn't seem like you guys are ready. I mean, let's get it to 300, guys. Come on, man. You mean to tell me that there's no one out there that cares about this? Then why Come on, man. I'm so done with that bullshit. Oh, but Michael, you're not compatible. You're just ugly, Michael. They ain't gonna come over here and look at you. You got to come over here with the facts first, Michael. And I already hear this excuse all the time. So look, I'll meet you halfway. Let's get it up to 280. Let's get it up to 280. We're talking 10 new people in here. Let's go. 280. I'm gonna lower it down to 280, not 300. 280, and we'll start the damn show. 280 viewers. Let's make it happen, folks. Let's make it happen. Let's see if we can hit that fucking home run. We're losing viewers. We're losing ratings. The Zoomers are leaving. They're going back on TikTok because they need that instant adrenaline rush that TikTok gives them, which is so sad. I'm going to meet you halfway. We're doing 280. We're not doing 300. 280 and the show starts. I need people in here that care. Otherwise, I could just pre-record this video and do it all, and probably have a more successful fucking time frame. I don't know what to tell you. We're losing battery. That's another thing to mention about the Steam Deck. Now it's working again. I don't know what's going on.
Dark Corner Productions donated 79 pence through Super
Why the fuck
Chat.
is it only working for 79 cents? That literally makes no fucking sense. Someone's literally hacking shit. Let's go, guys. I mean, you don't want to show, that's fine with me. I'll just pre-record the video and upload it later. I don't care. Get them in here, man. Start sharing the link. Go to the Reddit Steam Deck. Go to fucking V. Go to 4channel. Go to Facebook groups. Go somewhere and share the motherfucking link. That's all we're asking, man. These fat fucks do shit. They do shit. They do nothing, okay? And they get thousands of viewers. They fucking suck cock on stream. That's what they fucking do. They just suck cock on stream. That's what you guys would love to see, too. Well, we ain't in fucking San Francisco. But I should be. Because I want to be. Alrighty, Janito coming through really hard and really strong. We're going to dissect the reality, but probably not because you guys can't hit the home run. We should have way more viewers than this. This is ridiculous, guys. I got a lot prepared here. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of interesting discussion happening here that is about to be happening here, potentially. But you guys don't want to meet me halfway. You don't want to meet me halfway, and as such, we will stream this to an audience that eventually cares, and we will find that audience. I don't care if it takes 10 more years to do it. At the end of the day, it's the reality of the situation. I mean, you got to understand that the sun is going to eventually drop further, and this angle is going to be fucked. The sun is going to peek through from behind me, and this angle is going to be fucked. So the show's going to get worse the longer you wait. We're losing battery. There's a lot of things that are happening out here that you don't know about, and as such, well, I just told you, and as such, the show is literally going to it's going to deteriorate because the angle is going to look like shit soon, and we're going to have less battery to play around with than when we initially started. So you guys have to fucking meet me halfway. That's all we're asking for. I think that's very fair. We're asking for 280 viewers. We're going down to 250. See, you guys don't want to participate. I'm not here to stream to you fake gamers. I'm not here to stream to you people that don't care. You have to understand and feel the frustration. If Slipknot wants to play a goddamn metal show, they want a goddamn metal crowd. It's time to get the fuck up and roar. They don't want to play to a fucking country crowd that wants to see Luke Bryan in his goddamn underwear drinking fucking tequilas. But it's impossible to do anything around here because it's literally impossible. Look at this. The sun's already peeking through. You can see the fucking glare on the goddamn screen. I told you guys that this was going to happen. You didn't want to listen. So guess what? If you can't meet the goddamn deadline, I'll start the timer right now and we'll fucking force it. It's either you make it happen or we're going to save this show until another time. It's either you make it happen or we're going to save this show until another time. If you can't bring people in here, then you don't know how to work the internet. It's as simple as that. You're a terrible troll. We're not trolling over here. There's no troll. This isn't a joke channel. I'm sorry to let you know that, but this isn't that. All right. I'm going to go to Google and start the timer. We're going to put 5 minutes on the clock. And it looks like it isn't possible. But we're going to do it anyway. So, here we go. Google timer. Sorry, guys. Sorry. For the people that wanted the show, that waited, sorry, we got bad eggs in here. 4 minutes and 50-something seconds on the clock, folks. We're talking 280. That's what we're asking for. 280 viewers. We were very close. We were literally 10 viewers away from making it happen, and we can't make it happen. Don't know what to tell you. We got 4 minutes on the clock, folks. 4 minutes on the clock. Believe me, I get the best points. No one's brought them up.
Donated £2 through Super Chat. He is my Bruce Wayne Bucks, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. You're poor. If you're going to donate that little, believe me, you need to save it for yourself. Alrighty. The timer has started here. We're down to 4 minutes and 16 seconds, and we need to get to 280. That's what we're clamoring for. It ain't going to happen. I can feel it. We're up to basically 260 right now. No one can share the stream. No one knows how to share the stream. We got low IQ gamers in here.
Abu
Fake
Forky
gamers.
donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
Yeah, so clever, so funny. I'm just laughing out here, you know. Would have loved to have done the show, but, you know, quite clearly no one's ready for it. So we're not going to play Johnny Be Good on stage. You know, when the audience can't resonate with the song, too bad. It's not my problem. It's the audience's. All right, we got 3 minutes and 40. We got 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, folks. 280. That's all we're asking. Let's go.
Little Fishy 79 donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm seeing other shit come through. God damn it. I gotta read. Why do I gotta read? Whatever. I didn't adjust anything. Shit just randomly breaks. We got 260, guys. Let's make it happen, man. You gotta make it. You gotta make it happen. We got time. You gotta move. You gotta move fast. You got 3 minutes on the clock right here and right now, folks. 3 minutes, 280 viewers. We will start. If I see 280, we are starting.
Super Chat. Hey, Mackle, the Steam Deck a gimmick for sure.
Absolutely. We're going to get into it. Believe me, there's a lot to dissect and discuss, but people don't want to participate. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you glitching, coming through really hard and really strong. We're almost at 270 viewers, folks. This is coming down to the wire. We are talking 2 minutes and 40 seconds right on the clock right here and right now. That's the timer. We got to get to 280. We're talking basically 10 viewers. You got to share the stream. You got to get them in here. You got to know how to work V. You got to know how to do it. Come on, guys, let's make it happen. We're down to 9 viewers. We can hit it. We can do it. 9 viewers. That's all we're asking. Jesus Lord.
Donation. Appreciate your fans no matter how much they've donated.
Please don't tell me how to run my show. Thank you very kindly for their generous support, though. Let's go. Let's make it happen. 277. We literally, I don't even know how to do math anymore, but we are very fucking close to the goddamn number. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4 fucking viewers away. Let's make it happen, folks. Holy shit, we're going to make it happen. I really thought that this wasn't going to happen. This is the reality of the situation. 279. Here we go. Holy shit. 279. We are literally on the cusp. We got how much on the timer, folks? We got 2 minutes on the timer, folks. We are down. We went down to 275. They don't want to make it. I will literally not do this show if you guys can't make this happen. We were literally 1 fucking viewer away. Come on, guys. Pull the strings. You have to start pulling the strings around here. This is the reality of the situation. This is what you need to understand. 278. The clock is still ticking. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock right now. We need 280 viewers to start. I'm not seeing 280 viewers. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Get him in here. Get him in here. I want to do the show now. Get him in here. 278. We're at 278. Literally 2 people. Come on. 289. We hit it. We hit it. 280, baby. We hit 280. Holy shit. We had to pull so much fucking teeth. I'm literally out of fucking energy already. You know? Holy shit. We had to pull teeth. That's the reality. We hit 280. We're going to start the fucking show. And I hope you got the right people in here. So if you're new, we welcome you to this goddamn show, and we hope that you care about PC gaming. Because if you don't, well, my God, what can I do for you? We are moving the wheels out here, folks. Okay, so as such, hopefully these donations stop because I don't need 70 cents, okay? That does literally nothing. YouTube takes all that, basically. Look, at the end of the day, if you're not going to donate in a way that makes sense, maybe just don't do it because you're disrupting my show. It goes right into my fucking ears, and it's loud as hell, okay? Come on, guys, let's wrap this up. Either donate big right now so we don't have to worry about this shit, or you just move the fucking wheels.
Take a shower.
No, I can't afford it. So, you know, I already pre-ordered the Steam Deck. What you mean? Alrighty, Dark Quarter briefcase. Hell yeah, we appreciate you. Okay, here's the thing, folks. We're going to dissect the reality. Hopefully all of these are in here. Just waiting for these to stop, you know, coming up every second. That's just annoying as shit. I can't, you know, it's either, oh, Lord. You know, I mean, it's always something out here. Let's go. Jesus Christ. I'm going to turn it off, man, and that's going to suck for the people that actually support the show because there went the timer. We made it, though. I really thought we weren't going to make it. I had to pull so much teeth out here to make that fucking possible. you know, and we're going to start losing viewers if we don't get started because I know how these, you know, Zoomers are. So, look, we're going to get started soon. This is the reality of the situation. This is what you need to understand, and they just don't stop donating. So what am I going to do? I can't get into my points unless we just get through this already, and that's seemingly never going to fucking end. So
79 pence through super chat.
we're losing battery out here. Okay, and this angle is looking like, you can see the fucking sun peeking through already. It's going to look way worse. So it's either we make this happen or we don't. I mean, come on, guys. We're going to do the show, but, I mean, let's move. Jesus Lord. And why is it displaying the 79-cent ones over everything else? I mean, is that another 70? What is? Quit doing the $2. Jesus Christ! I mean, honestly, if all you're going to give is $2, I mean, maybe you should save that for your. Maybe you're not in a position where you should be giving money out. You know, maybe you need it for yourself if you're just going to give $2 out. I mean, you got to understand, YouTube takes a fucking massive cut. Okay, so I don't even see the $2. You know. Alrighty. I'm going to read these manually out. These are big ones that came through, and that's another 79 cent. What the fuck, man?
He donated 79 pence through super chat.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Randy Butternup's coming through with a $10 super chat. Hell yeah, pull the strings chat. That's what we're talking about. Archive 82 coming through with a $25 super chat. That's what we're talking about. I don't know why the fuck this shit is not working. They literally spammed it with the 79 cents, and it's literally overriding the other bullshit to not play out. Nonetheless, Archive 82 coming through. Steam Deck dead on arrival. Another fucking. Here we go. It's just delayed.
Randy Butternups donated $10 through super chat.
Holy shit, you guys almost got 300 in here. Shit, we got to start now, baby. Let's go. If you are new here, just hit that fucking red button. I know I hate saying that. I do. I hate saying that. But you gotta help a fucking brother out, okay? I'm over here looking at Panam's ass every day, and I'll tell you what, he gets old. So you gotta help a brother out so we can get the gamer girl on this fucking show. And by doing, you know, how you can help out is by hitting that fucking red button. You don't even have to watch the videos, okay? Just please do it, you know? Hell yeah, brother.
£25 through super chat. Steam Deck DOA 30 FPS poor bat life no OLED and uses emulation to play
those are none of my
games.
points, actually. Those are, I mean, you know, believe it or not, those aren't even. Yeah, I mean, those are solid points, but those aren't even the main points that I have. So, you know, I mean, I really thought this one through, and people are going to get upset. I told people that this is a hard pill to swallow. People are leaving. I can't do this show, and this keeps coming in.
Young Forky donated 79 pence through super chat.
All right, I'm turning it off. I have to start, guys. I'm turning it off. We're going to lose too many viewers. I have to start. I'm turning it off. If you support the show, we appreciate it. I'll try and manually get it out later on in the show. But if you donate, you know, a measly amount, believe me, I'm not going to remember it. So it's just going to disappear so fast. So we're going to go ahead and expose the Steam Deck. I turned that bullshit off. You guys are disrupting the show. We have to do the fucking show. It's as simple as that. We got 290 eyeballs in here. Let's make this fucking happen, guys. Hopefully the PC and the Linus Tech Tip fanboys are in here because they're going to get an unmitigated reality check right here and right now. I'm done. Okay, I'm done with the fanboy bullshit. I'm done with the shilling. It's seriously time to wake up and smell that coffee around here. And the only one, World Class, is stepping up to that plate to give you that unmitigated live reality check. Curated for the PC fanboys right here. We got 300 fucking viewers in here. You guys exceeded the fucking expectations, so let's make it happen. We appreciate the troops that have quite clearly been deployed, and they have ushered in a lot of people over here, guys. Steam Deck, here we go. Oh, man. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, the reality of the situation unfolds. Alrighty. First generation product. Do you know what that means? The Steam Deck is a first generation product. And what that means is that, well, I think it's obvious what it means. There's going to be problems, inevitable problems, things that weren't necessarily seen in production. There's going to be things that could have been done better. This is a first-generation product. And as such, you have to treat it like a first-generation product. Very seldom are first-generation products worthwhile. Very, very seldom is that the case. Usually you wait until the second or third generation because they can refine the product and ultimately come away with a much better user experience. So again, and I'm not saying that this is the be-all, end-all. Believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg for here. This is a first-generation product. Now, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to discuss this right here and right now because you have to foresee that there's inevitably going to be problems. There always is. There's always shortcomings with the first generation product. And usually the second generation product that inevitably comes out in about a year or so after the first generation product fixes some of those problems that might be related to hardware issues, because we don't know how this feels in the hand. And if it doesn't control well in a way that makes sense, if it doesn't feel comfortable, despite what the shills are already perpetuating, this idea that it's just this most comfortable fucking thing. We don't know in terms of thermals. We don't know true battery life. There's a lot that's unknown. And more specifically, again, how it feels, how it performs in terms of hardware. Again, this is a first generation product, and as such, you have to treat it like that. And another thing that I want to say in relation to this first generation product thing is that I wouldn't be putting if I'm going to buy this thing, and I'm not buying it, believe me, I'm not putting any money down on this crap, because, believe me, I'm going to tell you why all throughout. But here's the thing. The first generation product, as such, if you must buy this thing, first generation product, spend the bare minimum because it's a first generation product. And that means there's going to be shortcomings. That means that it's going to be probably better in the second and third iteration of this product. Now, of course, look, this is still exciting. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm not saying it isn't exciting. However, I do believe in a lot of areas it is a scam. And we're going to dissect this further. But you have to understand that this is a first generation product. And we're opening up the lines right here and right now to discuss the reality of the situation. You can call into the show 818-284-4568 right here and right now to discuss the reality. This is just my first point. Believe me, I'm not going to spill all the beans and then get into Skype so you guys can say stupid, silly shit that you shouldn't be saying. We're discussing the reality of the situation, and I need you to know that this is a first generation product. Now, of course, you might say, oh, that's obvious, Michael. Duh, we're not retarded. Why you got to treat us like Elmo the dinosaur? I don't know. I mean, some people need to have this reminded that this is a first generation product, and if I had to buy this thing, believe me, I wouldn't be spending any real money on this thing. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
So I was looking at the pre-order page for the Steam Deck, and I think there's an area of text that's going to be largely overlooked by these Valve shills.
Yeah.
It said that you're a neat simp. It's over, so you never loved me.
Yeah, fan-fucking-tastic. We're trying to come out here and put on a show, and you guys just can't handle the reality of the situation. Literally foaming and seething out here. Jesus Christ. Hello, you're on the air. First-generation product. What do you think about that?
I would say that this.
Hello, you're on the air, and you got to be fucking ready, man. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey there.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air. What in the blue fuck is going on? Holy shit.
What? You hearing some weird noise?
Yeah, 818-284-4568. That's the number to call in. First generation product. This is the first point we have today on why you should not potentially buy the damn Steam Deck. Cancel the damn reservation. Hello, you're on the air. You got something to say? Got a question for World Class about the Steam Deck?
Basically, I had a pretty good experience with the Switch when it came out as a first generation product.
Right, no, that's not true.
And
Nintendo's been doing handhelds for a long time.
Well, yes and no. I mean,
no, the answer is yes. What do you mean, bro? No, the Wii U is a tablet, basically, and they figured that out. They figured out the nooks and crannies, and then they applied that to the Switch. The Switch, you could argue, is a second-generation product.
I suppose, yeah, as far as the Wii U goes, but the basic thing that I wanted.
Well, you guys didn't play Wii U because you're not based. I mean, you all fucking play like, oh, what's popular? Wii U is fucking way more keynote than Switch,
yeah.
nonetheless.
Hey,
First generation product. I mean, look, you have to understand. Here's the thing. What if you go out and spend what if you max this damn thing out, you spend real money on it, and then you don't like how it feels? Guess what? You're going to have to return it. You know what I mean? And, that's just not good. I mean, like I said, it's not like the fucking Joy-Cons. You could switch them out or what have you. At the end of the day, this is just how it feels, and that's how it is, where the button placement is and what have you. So if the hardware isn't, or, maybe there's hardware failure issues that maybe are unforeseen in the goddamn production facility. I mean, there's just a lot going on here, and I'm not trying to fucking, blow this out of proportion and say that there's going to be fucking... But again, it is a first-generation product, and with that said, you have to keep those things under that fucking umbrella.
I do agree with you on that. However, in order for them to make a second generation, the first generation does have to sell.
Well, I don't even think this product should exist. I mean, and we're going to get into that more. I mean, I'm just talking about the first generation product thing. But yeah, I mean, I agree in that aspect. Yeah, I mean, dude, if they want me to get on board, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's just one of those things.
Let's put it this way: as far as the Switch goes, it's basically my Steam library indies machine and bed machine for me. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a market for that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying that this isn't capable in certain aspects, but at the end of the day, I just I don't want to spoil it here. We got more points to go through, but I mean, you know, look, at the end of the day, it is. You know, like I said, you know, first generation product as such, there's probably going to be some issues. There's probably going to be some recalling thing. I mean, this is how it is for everything. I mean, look at the PlayStation 5, look at the Series X. Some people had issues, not everyone. And I'm not saying it's going to be a widespread fucking thing because obviously that's, you know, it's Steam. I mean, it's Valve. They got fucking money. They're going to, you know, quality assurance, what have you. But at the end of the day, I you know, there's gonna be issues, no doubt about it. I mean,
absolutely. I think the main point is probably just to keep expectations in check. Like you got these retarded Zoomers thinking, "Wow, I can play Arma and DayZ at 60 FPS."
Well, I mean, you know, hey,
That's
look,
ridiculous.
I mean, I wouldn't blame the gamer because they're advertising this as that it can do basically, you know, what you want it to do. I mean, it shows control on the goddamn thing there, and I mean that's a pretty demanding game. So
That's true, but remember that game in particular, I'm glad you brought up Control as an example because that's one that dips really, really hard after you hit a certain resolution. Like if you're running it at a lower resolution, which the tablet is aiming for anyway, then you're kind of set. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends game by game. But it would be ridiculous to say, oh, I can't play Arma at 60? I'm out of here. That's
well, I no, there are go. I mean, look, this is. I mean, I can't spoil it, but we gotta maybe continue to move the wheels in regard though. But we appreciate you calling in and keep calling in, man. We're gonna keep going through this.
All right, take care.
Hell yeah, stay tuned. Hell yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey man, it's real funny how you baited the whole stream.
How did I bait the whole fucking stream? What are you talking about?
That you had these points and you come out and say first generation.
It is a first generation product.
So what the fuck is a PS5?
They've been doing that shit for fucking decades, dude. You are literally on the damn spectrum, bro.
In 3 years, they're going to release another issue of these consoles. But yet you're saying this is cool.
This is totally new. This is totally new for Valve. This is totally new. Sony's been producing consoles for fucking decades and decades, dude. You don't even know what you're talking about, dude. You're not listening. This is it. Let me ask you this. Let's back the train up a little bit. Will you agree that this is a first generation product?
Yes.
Okay.
Not of its kind, yes, of its kind. But the way you're making it seem like is that it's not going to be up to par. Bro,
we don't know. How do we know it's going to be up to par? Do we have it in our hands right now? I mean, do we have it in our hands right now? How do we know how this is going to feel? We don't even know how the buttons feel. We don't know how tactile they might be or what have you in terms of travel. I mean, what if the joysticks go out? What if there's drift? I mean, you have to understand that there's.
I mean, that's my only issue.
Yeah.
That's my only issue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not trying to predict that all of this shit's going to happen because I'm sure it won't, and I hope that it doesn't. But again, this is a first generation product, and usually you have to keep those things into consideration. At least you'd be a little more cautious about this shit.
Yeah, I understand that. But it's just like you're making it seem like just.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like, come on, bro. This is a first generation product, and I mean, Sony, Nintendo, they've been doing all that shit handhelds for a long time, so they have more experience in that field. This is a totally new game. That's why everyone's fucking excited.
But the things you can do you don't have to have the Steam OS. You can literally install Windows yourself and make it and collect malware just like a regular PC, bro. And download all your emulation machines, all that stuff. That's what I'm going to do it for.
Yeah, I know, but there's other options available. I mean, like I said, we got to get to more points because I think we're jumping. We're just. Yeah.
But my last point is, you could do so many things with it. It's just not for gaming. Like you could make beats on it if you really wanted to, bro. So it's just,
Well, I know, but
that's my bottom point.
what do you think I'm streaming with right now? I mean, I'm literally streaming with the Stream Deck. I mean, the Steam Deck basically right now. I got an AMD fucking APU in this sumbitch, 8-core, 8-thread. I mean, it's a fucking laptop. I literally have a fucking laptop out here, guys. I'm not on a goddamn fucking phone. There's literally a laptop. There's people watching. I mean, they're doing the show for you guys and them as well. So, you know, I mean, they're not paying, but they should be paid. Nonetheless, that's just the reality of the situation. So.
Isn't for the normies. This is not for. This
Well,
is for,
again,
you
we're
know,
we're gonna get into that
this
as
is
well.
for
We got to
hardcore
move the wheels on
dedication.
these points because you guys are getting too ahead of it. So hell yeah, we appreciate you. Stay tuned. Hello, one last caller, and then we're gonna move the wheels on the points. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. We're moving the wheels.
Buddy, nobody cares about the Stream Deck.
Well, you didn't even say it right, dude. You didn't even say it right. It ain't no fucking Stream Deck. What the fuck is a Stream Deck, dude? That's like Elgato. You fucking dumb idiot. Alrighty, folks, here's the reality of the situation. Let's cut over here and look at this. I told you guys, I predict everything out here. I know what the fuck. Look at this fucking. I gotta fucking put my head over the goddamn webcam to fucking even make this shit pop. You know, I knew this was gonna happen. It's so sad. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get back to the next point here. So, with that said, first generation product, and again, you can call in. Now, the second point we have here today is that for $400, and this is the biggest scam, okay? You need to listen. For $400, you're getting 64 gigs of internal storage. Now, video games today, unless you're playing like fucking Splunky or whatever the fuck, 64 gigs ain't getting you anywhere. 64 gigs is going to get you one game if you're lucky today. Now, maybe they're going to do some optimization tricks for this thing. I hope they have some tricks up their sleeve. But the fact remains that you are spending $400 for 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, let me tell you this. What you can do for $400 is a lot. In fact, oh, Jesus, no.
Mungo04 donated $5 through Super
God
Chat.
damn it.
My issue is the price and the lack of a good amount of storage space.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but we appreciate you. I think you're talking about what we're talking about. I mean, I'm so off the goddamn rail out here. This fucking sun's pissing me off. Nonetheless, $400 for 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, yes, it does have an SD card slot, but if you want to get a sizable SD card, you're talking $40, $50, which is going to then raise the price up to $500. For $400, you can buy a PS5. For $400, you can buy a PS5. For $400, you.
Corner Productions donated £4.99 through
Oh.
Super Chat.
It's over. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate you, Dark Corner. For $400, you can buy a PS5, the digital-only edition. For $400, you can buy an Xbox Series S. Now, of course, you're going to argue, well, it's not a portable Switch. You know, it's not like a Switch where you could take gaming on the go. We're going to get into that later, okay? I got all this fucking covered. Believe me, my bases are covered today, and you guys need to be prepared. That's why I needed more fucking humans in here, more eyeballs on this damn show, so they could potentially say, you know what, maybe you're wrong, Michael. But I know I'm not wrong, and I wish I were wrong, because for that price point, you should be getting at least 120 gigs. This is worse than Apple. This is fucking worse than Apple. This is fucking highway robbery. What are you going to do with 64 fucking gigs? You ain't going to do shit. So now you got to go out and buy an SD card. And if you want a great SD card for 128 gigs, that's going to get you maybe 2 games. You want to get a terabyte SD card? That's like $400 fucking $300, somewhere within that range. So the price tremendously goes up, and I know they have other options, but we're talking about the base model. Because again, since this is a first generation product, there's no reason to spend any real money here on the Steam Deck because it is a first generation product. We don't know how ultimately this is going to unfold in terms of hardware, how it's going to feel, how it's going to handle a lot of use. We just don't have that under our belt. We don't have the knowledge of that right now because the goddamn thing isn't out. So I recommend if you're putting money into this, you buy the base model. I know you might be getting scammed because quite clearly you are. You're getting 64 gigabytes of storage. You can't even put Doom. I mean, you could maybe put Doom Eternal on there because I think they've optimized it. Nonetheless, control Doom Eternal like it shows in the background there. I mean, you're basically out of storage. You got to buy a card. That increases the price. And who knows? What if the SD card slot overheats? Then you're fucked. Because we heard that happening with the Switch a long time ago when it first came out. Some of the SD cards, the terabyte SD cards, were overheating, and that's not great. And I'm not saying that that always happens. That's obviously an anomaly. But here's the thing. The price for $400, you could buy a PS5. For $400, you could buy an Xbox Series S and get ray tracing. For $400, you could buy a fucking laptop. For $400, you can probably go on eBay and buy like a used fucking laptop that has a GTX in it, and that's going to give you way better performance than this fucking shitty ass. And we're going to get into that as well. I mean, guys, I am prepared today. Dude! So here's the thing. We're going to discuss this. For that price point and for that little storage, you are getting scammed, period. You are getting scammed. It should at least be 128 gigabytes. Now, I don't know. I didn't look at all the options. Maybe for 50 more, you get 128 gigabytes. Maybe if it's only 20 more. I don't know. But for $400, what I know is you are getting 64 gigabytes of internal storage. I don't care if it's fast. I don't care if it's the fastest thing on the goddamn planet. At the end of the day, you are getting very little fucking space to work with. I mean, that is inexcusable for that price point. You can buy a PS4 for $400 digital. You can buy an Xbox Series S. You can buy a gaming computer that's probably going to be very comparable to this. Now, I get it. The consoles are not portable. I mean, well, you can make them portable. Well, the PS5 is definitely not a fucking tank. But here's the thing. Again, for $400, you can find a gaming laptop. You can get a 1050 Ti gaming laptop, okay? Now, granted, that ain't going to be that portable compared to this. This is handheld. This is cool. This is slick. This is sexy. You're going to get all the women. You know, the women are going to come to your bed when you buy this damn thing. That's what they want you to believe. But for $400, 64 gigabytes, it is absolutely absurd. It is a scam, and I need you guys to call in right now and discuss this. 818-284-4568. First generation product. $400, 64 gigabytes. We're not even halfway done, folks. This is the reality of the situation. 818-284-4568. That's the number to call. And let's see if they're going to call in and discuss the reality of the situation. I don't know how you can justify that. What can you do with 64 gigabytes? You're going to have to install one game and then reinstall. One game, reinstall. You know, you're going to have to play that game. Here we go. We're trying to get to the calls. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael. So being the game critic I know you are,
yeah.
I assume you know or are familiar with this price model where they price something with a ridiculously low amount of memory. They've done it with iPhones. They've done it with consoles in the past.
Well, I mean, even the iPhone isn't scamming like this these days. I mean, you know, to me, this is a product that is 5 years too late to the market. I'm not even kidding. I mean, you know, and we'll get into this a little later. I mean, guys, I have it all for you here today. I really do. But look, let me ask you this: do you really think that that's a great deal? $400? I mean, you could buy a PS5 literally for that amount of money.
No, I would say that's not. I would say so. This is.
I know they're. I know that. Yeah, they're doing. Yeah, they're doing it deliberately. Yeah, they want you to. Yeah, they want you to buy the spec'd out model. But here's the thing: you don't want to buy the spec'd out model because, again, it goes back into our first point. This is a first generation product. If this were the second iteration, if this were the third iteration, then I'd feel way more confident spending real fucking money on this thing. So they're essentially saying, hey, buy the fucking real edition that comes with 256 gigs, 512 gigs, whatever the fuck it is. But why would I do that when it's a first generation product and we know there's going to be potential problems in terms of things, you just know, maybe not working or not, you know, being where they need to be?
So to touch on the memory, I would say yes, I agree that the 64 gigabyte model should not exist because it's not even an SSD like the higher end models.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So, yes,
Wait.
Oh
no.
It's eMMC memory. The 64 gigabyte model.
Well, it's still
eMMC.
Flash.
It's Flash. Yes.
No, that doesn't matter then. Yeah, that doesn't matter. No one. I mean, if you're buying the base model, it's going to be fast enough. That's not a big deal. But
okay,
I mean,
so.
Look, if you're spending real more money on that shit, you better be getting faster storage as well. But look, for 64 gigs, you ain't getting shit. You're getting one fucking game.
Across the board, all of the models have the same grunt. And to touch on your
exactly
first point with the first generation, well, yeah. So that's a good thing because for the price of $399, from what they've said and from what the speculation of the actual AMD chip that they're using, it's RDNA 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be, for $399, you will not get a laptop or a computer setup with this much grunt that you would.
I don't know if I agree with that.
This package.
I mean,
that's just the reality of this.
No, that is not the reality, dude. Dude, I will call my brother. I will call my friend. I will call whoever. And I guarantee you, they have an old used laptop that you can, you know, I mean, come on. If you're really smart, for $400, you can buy a fucking PS5, dude.
You will not be able, but this is a PC. That's the difference. It's a PS,
no, it is not.
Yes.
I mean, it is. It can
is.
be, but if you
It
have
can
to.
be docked. If there's a desktop, you can flash Windows.
I understand that. Oh, Flash, yeah. Who wants to fucking do that?
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to. I wouldn't. because they already have SteamOS as their desktop client, which automatically.
And most people are going to stick with that because trying to fiddle around with Windows on that thing, I mean, it's probably going to be, you have to be tech savvy to do shit like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's complicated, but at the end of the day, you still have to be fucking tech savvy to be doing that. It's not like it's, it's not like there's a fucking manual in the box that says, okay, this is how you install Windows. Load in the fucking USBs.
This is for the PC.
Well, we're going to get into that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. No, it is not. It is not for the PC gamer. No, we're done. You have to stay. No, you have to stay tuned. Okay, touch on that. Touch on what we've already touched on.
So, if anything, Valve would be the only company. Well, not the only. I'm not a Valve drone. I have no fondness for Half-Life. I like Portal, but Valve as a hardware company would be one of the main companies I would trust on a first gen product. Because there's no Google Graveyard. You know the Google Graveyard where Google just makes shit and then throws it in the trash like a year later?
Right.
Steam will always... I mean, the Steam controller is still supported to this day, even though they don't sell it. And great things have come out of that. They've made Steam controller customization.
Yeah, but this is way bigger than a fucking controller. I mean, this is a controller plus a goddamn mini computer. There's a lot of things. We don't know how it thermal throttles in terms of, I mean, all of this stuff. There's just a lot of big questions right here and right now. And I mean, granted, a lot of people just, you put down $5 right now. You don't really pay yet. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, when are these previews going to come out? And who's going to be honest about it? Who's going to is everyone going to shield this thing and say it feels so comfortable, it's great, it's doing this, that, and the third? I mean, who's going to be real about this thing? If you're going to invest...
The Index, Valve Index. I mean, they've put out higher priced products that have been more successful so far. I mean,
I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I'm going to be totally... I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, the VR headset. You talking about the VR headset?
$1,000 one.
Well, no, HTC, fucking Valve, and fucking Facebook, and all that bullshit, Oculus. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, for that price point, I mean, so then we have to ask ourselves, okay, who is this for? So you're saying this is for and we're gonna. I don't want to get too deep into this because
it's a weird market.
Exactly. I mean, I honestly think this product is 5 years late to the market. With what we have now, gaming is less centralized. Okay, it's more open, more accessible than ever before. So there's stiff competition. Cloud gaming is becoming a fucking thing, whether or not people like it. I mean, that's just the reality. And
that's
you
big thing against this.
What do you mean?
Big thing against this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean. So, I mean, if this is for the hardcore bunch, I mean, I don't think it's going to satisfy the hardcore bunch. I mean, believe me, I mean, I know what a 2060 laptop can do, and it can barely do 1080p gaming. I mean, really, you start ramping up those settings, and I tell you what, you can barely get 60 frames on a fucking 2060 115 watt goddamn laptop. So
this is what that's replacing.
No, this is not replacing a 2060 RTX card. In a laptop. No, there's okay. I'm done. I am done. No, dude, you are trolling now, dude. No. Dude, you are an AMD fanboy, bro. There is literally no way, bro.
I have a 3080.
Well, that's fantastic, but no, you're wrong about. You're telling me. Okay, we got to get on to the next. Yeah. Just stay tuned. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate you. Alrighty, it's getting too heated up over here already. I mean, goddamn, we're all over the fucking place today. Hello, you're on the air. Come on, one more caller. If not, we're going to move on to the next point. Let's go. We're talking ahead of ourselves here. We're getting ahead. Steam is late to the party. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why this is a very, very... All right, we got no callers that want to discuss right now, so we'll go ahead and close that. We're going to jump back in. Let's reiterate before we move forward, folks. No, you waited too late. I've already closed it. The AMD is not working. The fucking AMD, this right here, this computer I'm using is more powerful than that in terms of CPU. Because on this thing, I mean, unless, maybe I didn't look into it too much, but 4-core, 8-thread. I think that's what this is, unless I misread that. I have an 8-core, 8-thread out here, and I can barely fucking close Skype. So, if you think this is going to... The guy was literally basically trying to argue that this is better than a 2060. There's no fucking way. I'm sorry, there's no fucking way. There's literally no fucking way that this AMD APU, and we're going to get right into that. But first, we're going to reiterate. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting worked up. Maybe we should have fucking displayed all the points before. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and back the train up a little bit here, folks. Jumping right back into it. Steam Deck, if you're just tuning in, make sure you stay tuned because, well, I'm dismantling this thing here. And I'm glad people are calling in and sticking to the train. And it's okay if we disagree. But, you know, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can't deny that World Class is stepping up to that plate today. So here's the reality, folks, right here. First generation product. We discussed that pretty heavily. Potential issues, $400, 64 gigabytes. Ooh, you could buy a PS5. You could buy an Xbox Series S. You can buy a used gaming laptop that will literally get you better performance. I'm not kidding. You know, people want to play games around here, but I know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, here's the next point, folks. Are you ready? Weak APU. This is a... Did we pause that? Okay. This is a... And I'm not going to pretend to be fucking computer engineer over here. I don't know anything about computer science. But performance per watt, guys, you can't come on here. Maybe I misunderstood that previous caller. But you can't say that this is nowhere near close unless I'm a retard and don't understand this fully. And maybe that's the case. I'll be the first to admit it if you can prove me wrong. There is no way that this is going to compare to a mobile 2060. There's no way. There's no fucking way that this is going to compare to a mobile 2060. You can, bring up the RDNA bullshit until the cows come home. At the end of the day, no matter how many tricks and tools they have up their sleeve, it has an integrated fucking chip, essentially. That's what this is. It's basically integrated graphics. I mean, unless I misunderstood this, and maybe I did. But at the end of the day, you're getting AMD. You can play the games in 720p at low settings, but you can do that on anything. And again, you back this up here, the price point is ridiculous. The price point is ridiculous. This is not a joke out here. I don't care if you think I'm stupid or a retard. I mean, I really don't care. That's why we're having these call-in sessions. So, maybe you can say, okay, Michael, you're a little off base. You're going to tip over and you're going to derail the whole goddamn train. I mean, maybe that's what I'm doing out here. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that what's inside of this thing isn't all that impressive, okay? What's inside of this thing isn't all that impressive. It's a custom fucking chip powered by AMD. What is there to be excited about? I mean, what is there really to be excited about? It's integrated graphics. You're going to have to be playing in 720p because that's basically what the goddamn screen resolution is. At least it is for the base model. Maybe it is, a little high. But that's okay. We don't give a fuck about the goddamn screen resolution because at the end of the day, the fucking less pixels on the screen, the better the battery life could potentially be. Okay? So, I just don't understand. I mean, I really don't understand. And hopefully, we can continue this discussion here. So, $400, 64 gigs, internal storage, integrated graphics, first generation product. I don't understand the hype. Maybe you can call in and convince me otherwise. 818-284-4568. The reality of the situation continues to unfold out here, folks. Ray tracing is a fucking meme. Ray tracing is a waste of resources. It's a waste of time. These engineers have to do these fucking tactics to fix all this bullshit because nothing's powerful enough to handle it in a way that makes sense to do it brute force. So they have to turn on those fucking DLSS bullshit, fucking, image memory manipulation, all this fucking nonsense. Like, no one cares about ray tracing. I turn it off in every fucking game. I don't care if my puddles look a little bit better. Oh, real-time reflections. Don't give a fuck. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. Hopefully you got something good to say.
I can take a Steam Deck wherever I want. You can't do that with a PS5.
That's not true. I'll bring a PS5 out here and prove you wrong. You know what you're talking about.
Through Super Chat. Virgins will play this garbage in public. Yikes.
No, they won't. See, that's another problem that I have, and I think that might be my last point. But we'll get right into it. Hell yeah, Kyle Dunman coming through really hard and really strong with the $2 Super Chat 8 quarters. Holy shit, how can I afford a Steam Deck when you guys are fucking lowballed in it? Alrighty, so, guys, how we feeling right now? 1 in the chat if you're on board with what I'm saying. 2 in the chat if you disagree. It's okay if you disagree. I'm not going to lose sleep at night. Believe me, I get disagreements all the fucking time, 24/7 around here. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, World Class.
Yeah.
Class, can I say something about the first?
I hope, yeah.
The first point, I think companies nowadays, in this day and age, they know that
Dem
people
Boys
are
donated
are
$9.99
going to
through
consume
Super Chat.
everything, and
It's over.
you know,
No one can go
they-
12 rounds with world class.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate the Dead Boys coming
will
through
be
really hard and
trying
really strong.
They just have to yeah, and they will intentionally.
The connection's a little too spotty right now. Hello, you're on the air. We're gonna keep moving the wheels.
Hey, Mackles, Joe Brusco. What's up,
Hell
man?
yeah, brother. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, man. No, I can see world class. You have such good points, man. Like I can actually see where you were coming from. Before I was like, I think that there's nothing wrong with the Steam Deck, but the things you're pointing out now, I'm starting to understand.
Well, that's why if I were buying this, the bare minimum of money I'd be spending on this, I wouldn't be buying even SD cards for the damn thing, because you know there's going to be a second generation of the product. Now, Steam isn't going to fucking come out with it 1 year later. Well, actually, that's what they did for Left 4 Dead. They made Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 2 came out fucking like basically a year later, and everyone's like, well, what the fuck? We just bought Left 4 Dead 1. I know that's a game totally different, nonetheless. Look, if this thing is a massive success, believe me, like, there will be a second generation sooner than people think, and some people might be getting, a little pissed off about that. And, the way things are at right now in terms of how the chips are being, manufacturing and, just the architect process and, things are really evolving very, quickly in computer science.
Absolutely, man. No, you have 100% right. Very good points, bro. Because it's so really, like I said, you never know. You could just be spending $400, and next thing you know, well, here comes the next one, and then you have to do it again. It's
Yeah,
like, what the heck?
yeah, and like I said, if you go all out and get the fucking big shebang one, you're out. I don't even know the price, and I don't want to know because that's gonna fucking disgust me. So yeah, probably basically $1,000. I mean, Jesus Lord.
No point at all, bro. There really isn't. It's over.
It's over.
It's
over. Hell yeah, we appreciate you.
All right, buddy.
We're going to continue to move the wheels. Moving to the last point here. Hello, you're on the air. Whatever that caller.
Michael.
Yeah, we out here.
How you
We out
gonna
here.
say it has a weak APU?
Well, maybe you can explain.
API?
Maybe you can explain this better.
Well, AMD is using their newest technology. It's basically
I thought it was
the RDNA 2.0.
Well, I thought it was RDNA
with
3.
ray tracing.
I thought it was RDNA 3.
No, it's 2.0.
Well, that's old.
That's their newest RDNA.
I thought there was 3. No, I thought there was 3. What you mean?
There's only 2.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, 3 is coming. I mean, by the time this comes out, I mean, if you pre-order it, by the time this comes out, fucking 3 will be out by then.
You're not considering the fact that AMD did recently release their new DLS type killer.
Yeah.
The FSR, and that's gonna.
Yeah, it's basically DLSS for AMD, right? That's what you're talking. Yeah,
basically. And
well, that's
and
fantastic,
NVIDIA
but
can use it too, so that's good. So regardless, when games get taxing in the future, and they will be, and that's a fact.
Absolutely.
Games will not be able to run this on the Steam Deck, that good in probably like 3-4 years. We're talking, low settings. But pretty much anything that came out in the last 20 years will be running fine. And I
well,
think
yeah, I mean, but
that's plenty of content.
No, I agree. But look at the. I mean, I don't know if you could see it, but they're advertising like the latest games on this thing. Like, I mean, the latest, the latest games will still play, but I think that
And then hopefully, if the FSR does work, maybe that will be the biggest thing to push that technology onto this software and stuff. That's my guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but every game's going to have it. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 just got that technology, with them NVIDIA, just about a month or so ago. So, and that had greatly improved performance, which is fantastic. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's got to be there to be there,
Yeah, it does have to be there to be there.
Yeah.
But it does come out in winter, so we'll have to see when we get it in our hands, when people start actually playing this shit, and I'm pretty sure people will be impressed.
I hope. Well, I mean, for that price, hell yeah, we appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
All righty. So we're going to continue here, and before we do that, let's recap right here, folks, the reality of the situation. First generation product. Not trying to, blow things out of proportion. Nonetheless, $400 for 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Not too no, it's not too hot there. Not really. I mean, weak APU. And we're going to move on to, I believe, the last point here, which is wrong demographic, okay? Guys, look, I know they're trying to capture the Nintendo Switch casual market, and, you know, they want to make PC gaming more user-friendly. But, look, here's the thing. They just don't. This product has an identity crisis because it wants to capture the hardcore audience, and then it also wants to capture the Nintendo Switch casuals. And as such, it has an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be because it cannot cater and pander to the hardcore gaming audience. They got 3090s, 3080 Ti's. They got fucking 32 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of RAM. You know, these motherfuckers go hard, and they have high expectations. The hardcore gamers, I mean, unless they're maybe if they have their thinking cap on, they will come at this and say, okay, we have the expectation set. We're going to lower them a little bit. But here's the thing. Most hardcore people are going to be disappointed with this product. Okay, that's the thing. And Steam is you got to be a nerd to download Steam. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, believe me, the soccer moms are not fucking downloading Steam for their fucking, like, so this product is really... Man, they are late. Not only are they late to the party, but they don't know who they're really aiming for. And when gaming is more accessible than ever, I don't need hardware to play games. That is a fact right now. I can literally bring a phone out here and play a AAA fucking title with xCloud. I can come on here right now and play fucking Stadia. We can game out here without the hardware because we don't need hardware anymore. Everything is going through service, cloud, AI, neural net bullshit. That's the fucking future of gaming. Whether you want to admit it, it is here to stay. It is integrated within the fucking architecture of how things move forward. Now, with that said, there's always going to be a place and time for the brute force, and, you want the best the money can buy, it's going to be there for you. That ain't never going away. Consoles are never going away, at least they're not anytime soon, because, well, there's still a market for it. But you have to understand, what is this trying to do? Is this trying to capture and steal the Nintendo Switch audience? Are they really going to migrate? No, they're going to stick with the Nintendo Switch. If you want to come on here and play Fortnite, there's cheaper options for you to do that. So none of this really makes sense. When you really pull back and you zoom out, unless you're a nerd and a tech enthusiast or, a hardcore gamer that wants to see what this is all about and you're excited with new technology, and, I'm excited. I mean, believe me, if Valve came over here and said, hey, look at this thing right here, I'd be like, yeah, let's check this shit out. Like, I'm excited for this, but I'm not spending any money on it because I'm not stupid. And I'm not saying that you're stupid because you're spending money on it. However, I think a lot of people are under the impression that this can do so much when I don't think that everyone's going to be satisfied with this. And there are many reasons as to why that is. So, guys, those are the points. I believe that's the last one. Let's go ahead and see for sure. I'm pretty positive it is. But here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to go ahead and go back, reiterate, first-generation product. Okay, that's what it is. You can, maybe you say it's not, but it pretty much is, at least in this capacity. $400 for 64 gigabytes. That's the first big red fucking flag, man. You want to add storage, that brings the price up. Integrated graphics, essentially. Yes, it's got DLSS technology or whatever the hell AMD calls their shit. I don't know. I don't follow AMD. Wrong demographic. I don't know who this is really aiming for because the product doesn't really make sense. It's weak, so much so that it's not going to really blow away the hardcore community. And again, the hardcore community, they love gaming on PC. They love Steam. They love all that bullshit. They love the monopoly of Valve. And I'm not a Valve hater. I use Steam. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that this is a product that's 5 years late to the market. It's as simple as that. The Nintendo Switch came out in 2017. The Wii U arguably started that, ushered it in 2012. This is a product that is 5 years, if not even further, late to the market. Because now you have more options than ever. You have Google Stadia. I don't care if you hate it. It works. That's a fact. You can hate it until the cows come home. You could say it's not the future of gaming. You could say this, that, and the third. I'm not saying it's necessarily the future of gaming, but it is an option. There's just accessible options. I don't need hardware to game anymore. I mean, that is a fact. I don't need a Series X anymore. They have made that obsolete with xCloud. Now, granted, every game isn't on xCloud. I don't know what this is doing in terms of cloud shit. I mean, eventually it will probably just be a cloud-only machine for future titles because eventually the hardware isn't going to be able to keep up in the next 10 or so years. So eventually this will probably just turn into like this cloud fucking thing. And, we'll still support, like that guy said, like they do their older hardware they don't sell. But, look, at the end of the day, I just, if you have to buy this thing, I would honestly go for the base model. Yes, you're not getting the bells and whistles, but you don't need the bells and whistles because this is a first generation product. And with that in mind, that kind of speaks volumes to, okay, there could be some oversights. This could be better here. This may be not where it needs to be. There's just a lot of factors, a lot of variables. And yes, it's exciting to see how this plays out. And it could, in its niche market, kind of revolutionize maybe what the Nintendo Switch does with their, whatever they do in the future with the Switch Pro, if that's ever a fucking thing. Not that it needs to be. There's no need for a Switch Pro because that market isn't clamoring for a Switch Pro. No one who owns a Nintendo product is clamoring for a fucking Switch Pro. No Nintendo fanboy gives a fuck about hardware. You don't understand why Nintendo is successful, you stupid fucking idiots. Nintendo is successful because they make quality software. They don't give a fuck about hardware, and they've never given a fuck about hardware, and that's what you need to understand. So if you think they need a Switch Pro or you think that the Switch Pro's coming, I mean, maybe they'll do that, but it isn't a necessity. It isn't a necessity. So here's what we're going to do, folks. The reality of the situation has been unfolded, and we are going to dissect the reality. I don't care if you think I'm stupid. I mean, I'd love for you to come back and say, you know what, Michael, you're totally wrong. Because you know what? I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm not seeing it, with your glasses on. So give me those glasses and I'll put them on and, maybe we'll see ultimately how the chips fall here. And we're going to turn on the Super Chat again. I mean, it's on again, okay? So if you do Super Chat, it should pop up on the screen. We wanted to get through that because a lot of trolls wanted to disrupt. Nonetheless, call into the show, 818-284-4568 right here. Hello, you are on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
We out here. Have you been watching the show? You just tuned in.
Yeah, I want to say that I pre-ordered the two first models, like the one and the mid model, but
Right.
I want to give you reasons why this one is a good product. First thing first, you can literally play like all simulators, including Nintendo Switch. right?
Well, I mean, yeah. So. Right, I honestly think this is. I honestly think this is a better machine for non-gaming. I'm not even, for gaming like that. Like taking it outside of the Steam boundaries and just doing whatever the fuck you want to do on it. Like as a mobile PC, like bro, I want to kind of get one to see if I can stream from it. Instead of using this big ass fucking laptop, like that'd be fucking killer, bro. I can just take that with me, do all the encoding.
Here's the thing. Here's why I pre-ordered this thing.
Yeah.
I give you a reason why I pre-ordered. First of all, I hate PC for gaming. This one is a really good entry model. For 400, you will get scammed if you buy a PC.
What do you mean?
You won't get compare 400 to like for people like me that doesn't like to play a game on PC. It's a really like in between entry model to get your toes, with on the PC gaming world. I think it makes sense a little bit. It's not too bad. Also, you can, stream on it if you want, like Stadia, Google Game Pass, xCloud, and all kind of stuff. And of course, you can use it as a, computer, and you can hook it up to a
the dock and all that. Yeah.
I mean, it has some use cases.
Yeah, but they're very. They're not advertising. I mean, I guess they are a little bit, but. I agree. I mean, I think it's way more it's a way more interesting product when you look at it from that, perspective. I mean, like I said, I think the gaming aspect is the least fucking honestly, I'd rather use it for productivity and, just to see what it can do and maybe what it can or what have you, but
Absolutely. Maybe you can stream from like the whole show. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna have some use case and all that. The other information I don't know if you mentioned because I just tuned into the stream. The guy you mentioned, the CEO from Steam mentioned that actually you can replace the memories. Like you can buy the first entry model and then add your own like SSD whatever like the memory stuff, the storage. You can expand it. Yeah, it's not really that difficult. It's made to be replaced and all that. So. That's why I'm thinking about canceling the second model. Doesn't make much sense after I heard that. So that's a good news.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I hope they don't go like Apple where nothing's fucking repairable. But
yeah, the other thing that I don't like is the fact that you just mentioned that just hit me when you said this is a really first model. Like it probably may come with a lot of issues. That's the only problem I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to blow it out of proportion, but the PS5 had, I mean, very small issues. Some people had issues with PS5 that the things is not working. Like whatever, I don't even know what the fuck. Maybe there wasn't nothing wrong with the PS5, but I remember Series X had some problems overheating. Not reading discs. I mean, it's bound to have. It's a small fucking isolated cases, but
yeah. I mean, I hope this product works because what they said is they don't make much money on it. I don't understand, like, what's the reason for Steam to do this since you can install everything and play, like, Epic Games and all kind of stuff. I don't know how they make the money because it's not like a closed AOS system. It's open. It's kind of like a big question for me, and a lot of people ask about it, but, hopefully it's a good product. It's gonna, you're gonna have some utility for it, some use cases.
yeah, I mean, like I said though, for $400, I mean, you literally can buy a PS5. I mean, if you can find one, of course. And I don't think. I mean, well, look, and then again, by the time you get this in your hands, I mean, if you weren't there the moment that shit went pre-ordered live on the damn, I mean, now they're saying it doesn't ship until 2022. So it starts to make a little less sense with all these things in play here. I mean, it's kind of bad timing for this, to be honest. I mean, I mean, I guess the technology finally caught up, but yeah.
Like the first pre-orders, they're gonna receive
December.
like Q1. If you come late, it's gonna be like Q2 and.
Well,
and beyond.
I mean, at that point, like, I think it's a way less exciting. I mean, I think at that point, it's a way less exciting because by then people are going to find the nooks and crannies, what's going on with it, what could be better, all that stuff. I think a lot of people are going to cancel their pre-orders if it doesn't, deliver in a lot of areas.
Yeah, but don't you agree it's a better value than Switch since you can't play Switch on it? Like,
I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends on what you. Maybe. I mean, yeah, it's a cool little portable computer, but like, I mean, it's got to be limited on what it can do. I mean, it's not like this fucking supercomputer. Like, I mean, it's neat. Like, believe me, I'd love to have that instead of this fucking thing. This fucking, I mean, there's, maybe not because there's only one fucking port on it. Then I'd have to get a fucking dongle. But, I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's just a weird fucking product, man. Like, it's neat. It's a novelty thing.
It's really weird.
It is. I mean, you got to be really in tune and I don't know, man. Because, I mean, as a productivity thing, it's not like going to blow people away. It's only got a 4-core processor in it. Like, I got a better processor right now. And I only spent $100 more on this.
Yeah, I don't understand too much into
I got a Ryzen 7, so. Yeah.
Well, don't you think for the money it's really good value? Like,
I don't know. I mean, it really depends on what you're going to do. Like, if you're gonna light gaming on it and then use it as a productivity thing, then maybe. But then you got to worry about storage if you're just going to get the base model. Again, if you just want to strictly game on it, and I get it, the PS5 isn't portable, the Series S isn't portable. But at the end of the day, you're getting you're just getting a fucking whole nother reality with those consoles, especially PlayStation 5, because the PlayStation 5 at $400, yes, it's digital only, but you are getting it's the exact fucking same. So you're getting everything that the PlayStation 5 entails, and well, that's just the way it is. Now again, I get a totally different fucking product, but at that price point, if you just want a game, you got to kind of lay out your options and say, what do I want? And then again, you could probably find a used gaming PC. I don't know how powerful this is. I'm not a fucking computer wizard over here. I know some basics, but or some people won't say I don't know anything. But would you say that this is on par with the 1050 Ti? NVIDIA 1050 Ti from about 5 or 6 years ago.
I don't know, man.
Right. Well, I mean, because I mean, look, you could probably find a cheap 1050 Ti laptop, and obviously it's going to be big and bulky, but because the laptops are bigger back then. But I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, you really have to kind of lay your options out and say, what are you looking for? What are you clamoring for? And if you're not, totally serious into the game aspect, you want to, dip into Fortnite, Control, Doom Eternal, whatever the fuck. Then yeah, I mean, they're it's going to be fucking cool. But for productivity, I mean, it needs more ports on the damn thing. We don't know about battery life. I mean, you start putting these real, because believe me, there's going to be some demand. There's some demanding PC games that even crushed the fucking 3080. Flight Sim, that's just still fucking crazy. The Assassin's Creed games are not well optimized. Cyberpunk is still kind of shitty. Well, I mean, that's just total shit. But the whole game itself. Yeah. But there's just a lot of games. Red Dead Redemption 2 before the DLSS, you had to have a fucking monster rig to basically run that. I mean, there's just a lot of expectations to basic. I mean, there's just going to be a lot of games that really push this. And I'm probably I mean, the battery life. There's no way they're getting. What's the battery life on this thing? They said like 10 hours or some shit. There's no way.
No. It's around
8 hours.
2.5 till 3 hours.
Oh, well, I don't know what the fuck I read then. I was going to say, like, I thought, yeah, that sounds way more. I mean, I'm only getting 2 hours with streaming on the fucking Ryzen 7 out here. So, I mean, granted, I had this for a year. But that's what that's what happens to this shit. It just, the battery inside, hopefully the battery is easily replaceable because then you can, the performance will get back to where it was once the battery starts fading and shit like that. I mean, we don't even know about the repairability thing outside of what's been said in detail. So that's another thing, too.
There's another point. Yeah, there's another point that I want to mention since you talked about cloud gaming. Here's the problem with phones. Like I use xCloud on phones and all that. It's impossible to play on phones. The phones get heat up so quick.
Really?
You can't hold them. They're gonna burn your hands. Yeah. This one may handle cloud gaming way better than.
Well, yeah, you got the built-in controls. I mean, I never tried xCloud, but. Stadia, you can. I don't know if you tried Stadia, but Stadia works pretty well as well.
I tried Stadia and xCloud.
They warm the phone up?
xCloud is less optimized for phones.
Okay.
It really, really drain out your battery pretty quick, and I have new phones that I just bought recently, and it's not really good for even I have like that, that portable controller that you add to it and everything. It does not really work that well. Like, you play with it, and it's not really good. Hopefully, this one may really in case you don't want to let's say you have your memories full with games, because I don't know how much you can fit in on the base model, like maybe Call of Duty and you're done. I don't know what else you can do, and then the rest you're just gonna play it via stream.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I see a lot of use cases.
Yeah, I mean, it is an interesting product, and I get why people are excited. But at the end of the day, there are some things to, I would say, look out for and be mindful of, and go in cautiously optimistic at this point, because like I said, it looks like it's this fucking cool ass Switch that we've always been clamoring for, or some people have been clamoring for.
Yeah.
But it does have its drawbacks, like any product.
Absolutely. I just hope the product live up to the hype, because everything they said so far sounds really good on paper.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they should hone in on the repairability sort of thing. Like, how easy is it to open up the fucking back and then, or the front or whatever you have to do to get to the guts and start fucking around with shit in case stuff breaks. Absolutely. Or it wears down.
Hopefully it delivers, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well,
yeah, hopefully it delivers. I have nothing against it. If it's flops, it flops. I made 2 pre-orders. 3 actually. One is not for me, but let's hope it's not really like a Cyberpunk situation, man.
Hell yeah, brother. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah. We
Thank
appreciate you calling in. Take care. Hello, you're on the air.
Yes. Michael, Gabe's got the market pinned. You know it.
I guess. I mean,
don't you find it kind of interesting when he's dropping this? I feel like nobody can get their hands on the new PS5 or the new X unless you have no life and you can wait for drop.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, I had multiple. I mean, it's really not that hard to find a PS5. I mean, I had multiple opportunities to buy more than one, but I only got one because, I don't need more than fucking one, else I'm going to fucking sell them, but...
Exactly, yeah. I just think this is kind of, the abortion of the the Switch Pro. That's what I think it is. And I think Gabe knows this. I think Gabe knows that people are just thirsty for some new hardware. You said yourself you're going to get actually a woman in your bed if you buy this.
Well, I mean, that's what they try to tell you. Like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. You get this some bitch, you playing that Fortnite, and she come over in the bed and like, damn,
Yeah, hop off the short bus in Fortnite.
It's over.
I couldn't agree more. But I do agree. I think it's a rush product. Let's be real. This should be, launching or at least premiering by next year. The hardware is not there, but it doesn't matter. People are thirsty for something new. And I think this is the Switch Pro. It's an abortion of it. I do agree. There is a huge heating issue. But nobody cares about that, okay? Like, do you really? People are going to overlook that shit. These farted. They're going to go out. They're going to buy 3 for the family. You know it. I know it. For $400, they're buying 3.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, bro, like I said, that's kind of a steep price point. I mean, you could buy. I mean, it really depends on what you want to do. I mean, you can't
well, I'm
you
not-
can't legally play Nintendo games on this, you know, like I mean, so the Switch has the advantage because it has that first-party software that's just playable right out of the fucking box. This is just Steam. I mean, I'm not saying there's not a lot of great games on Steam. Obviously, it's got a fucking massive library. There's tons of quality titles, but I don't know if it's in the same ballpark as the Switch. I mean, it is in terms of hardware. It's a portable fucking thing, but the fucking Nintendo software is why people buy the goddamn thing, and that's why Nintendo's so successful is because software is what drives hardware. And, Valve is in that boat as well because they got tons of fucking games to play, and there's a lot of cool games you can probably fucking, play on the go, on a little fucking subway train. You can play fucking little Fortnite, FIFA, what have you. I mean, shit.
Yeah, so exactly. So don't you feel at least the right people are making something
Miles
like
Kino
this? I mean,
donated
I can't really name you all that good software. I mean, sorry, hardware.
This ain't
by
an
Valve.
iPhone, this would
But
virginize you.
I can name you, like, good products that they make for the gaming community, and I feel like this is a pretty good company overall. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna. I mean, yeah, look. I mean, like I said, it's first generation product. But with that said, I think they have the best intentions here to make a quality product. Yeah.
All right. I'm just picking your brain, man.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, we're gonna move the wheels. Here we go. Shit's not even working out here. How the fuck you guys think this shit's gonna play games? And my fucking Ryzen 7 can't even do it. My Ryzen 7 can barely fucking operate Skype. Hello, you're on the air.
All right. So I wanted to give a point towards the skeptics, to kind of prove that I'm not a Valve fanboy.
Right.
But the fact that this is running on Linux, Arch Linux to be specific.
Right.
Steam OS. So the problem with that is going to be game compatibility. Now there is currently a database that Steam runs showing basically a ranking of the playability of the games, kind of like an emulator. You have like gold ranking means it works. Platinum means it's basically flawless. So the issue is that that's going to be a problem because that's going to hamper performance on some games. But the other thing is that it does not play very well with anti-cheat. So games like the big Apex, like whatever, like the bro shooters and stuff like that, that's going to be an issue. Valve says that they're going to kind of accommodate that and work with the developers and the anti-cheat companies to make that not an issue anymore. But so that's going to be a problem, is that it's running on Linux. So if you I would not flash Windows on this personally because the OS that's coming on it's such like the hardware is not super duper PC powerful. So the hardware the software that's coming on it is tailored to the console
Exactly.
itself.
Yeah. I wouldn't put Windows on it either.
Put Windows on it. You wouldn't want to because it's not going to take advantage of the hardware.
Well, wait a
like
minute.
the
What if
native
you
OS
could
would.
No, never mind. I was going to say something crazy, but didn't they announce like Windows 11 you can literally run that in the cloud?
I haven't heard of that.
Okay.
But that sounds like something that could be
Yeah,
possible.
I mean at this point it's getting crazy.
And to your point, this thing could be a Steam or a streaming box down the line. I think because that capability is going to be out of the box on this thing. But I want to touch on the point of the wrong demographic. Now, I understand that why you would think that the nerds would, or like the people who usually PC game and would only PC game, would not be interested in something that has cutbacks to their usual full fat PC games.
Right.
But the thing is that those type of people who build their own PC and only use Steam are familiar with the hardware. They know that,
Right.
And yes, it does have a GTX 1050 equivalent GPU. It does have a Zen 2 4-core CPU. So it is, I mean, for this form factor, you cannot, this is going to replace Microsoft Surfaces. This is going to replace, based on power to price ratio, into the form factor. So this is a really good deal as far as, I wouldn't say productivity. I mean, you could do stuff on it.
Right, but like you said, I mean, you gotta fucking flash it to put Windows on it, and who knows how it really performs when no one knows at this point. It's still a fucking mystery. I mean, what if it doesn't?
You don't have to flash Windows on it to use it as a desktop, though, because SteamOS.
Right.
they've
Yeah, but what
shown
can you
has a
do?
desktop.
What the fuck can you do on SteamOS? I never even heard of that shit.
It's Arch Linux based.
Okay,
which
yeah,
means
yeah.
Anything
Linux,
that's
okay.
Linux. Anything that's Linux, really.
All right,
You
well,
can do
then, yeah.
Parsec, Discord, all that stuff.
All right.
So
well, that's
it's
yeah, that's
gonna be a
that's
full-fat
capable enough.
computer.
Then you don't need Windows. Yeah, that's capable enough. For most
So
people, I
that's-
mean.
That's going to be one reason why people would buy it. I mean, that's your demographic here. Is either
Yeah,
gonna
but-
be people who want to get a Microsoft Surface or something like that for light. Not
Yeah,
light
but
games, but
I don't know. I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like now you're saying it. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like it's this weird fucking alien product that's just kind of catering to people that know about this shit. Like, no, I mean, if I went out right now, I mean, I'm outside right now. Like, I do. This isn't fucking green screen. Of course, you know that. But here's the thing. Like, if I went out and asked people what Linux is, they believe me, very few people are going to say they
Yes.
even know what the fuck that is. So if they're trying to go after this, like,
so it's a
just
weird demographic.
It
The
is.
thing is that it's kind of untapped as far as big companies. So this is going up against things like the GDP win and these like Chinese.
Yeah,
computers that get
I'm
kickstarted.
seeing that stuff.
Yeah, so this is much more powerful than those.
I
And
hope.
those emulate Switch games like Mario Odyssey to a T. So this thing coming in and giving that increased performance, much more increased performance, because you're going to not only have a better setup because they're working with AMD directly, and I'm not an AMD fanboy, but
Right.
I mean they've made deals with both the consoles, and it
Yeah.
seems to be working out for them on the power side. But there's going to be that, but there's also going to be Valve working with optimization for the games themselves, and that's not something you get with these Chinese, handheld consoles. It's basically, it literally is just a PC with no company support as far as hardware optimization and stuff like that, or software optimization. So it is a weird market. It's an incredibly weird market, but it's kind of untapped, and that's why it's kind of hard to talk about whether or not it will be a success.
Right.
Because there are those points that are against it. Like I said, Linux, that whole thing could blow up in their face, and half the shit
Fiat99
doesn't work.
donated
It's like
$2
30
through
frames
Super
per second
Chat.
with
Cloud
old
gaming
games,
is the
you know.
future, not this.
Um,
Wake up.
But that's the gamble. I mean, like I said, I'm not a Steam fanboy, but I mean their record of hardware releases and supporting them has been pretty good. So that's why I would kind of suggest using this as like if you want a light PC, or if you don't want to buy a Microsoft Surface, and you could stream too. I'll be playing xCloud on this, so it's kind of like that. It's fitting that situation. People who don't want to switch, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would buy a Switch for the Nintendo. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
This is
That's the thing.
this is like fucking Frankenstein to some people. I mean, you can come in here and tinker and toy around with shit, and some people don't want that. They want convenience, and I guess this is sort of trying to. I mean, it probably is going to be more convenient than even PC gaming, because some people can't even handle fucking Windows, and maybe this is going to be a little bit more simplified. But, I mean, it
I'm surprised that it sold out, and the queue is as. That
oh
they
hell
sold
no!
as
It's
much as they have.
it's fucking Valve, bro. Like there was a lot
I'm
of hype on this
surprised.
bitch.
I'm
Well, I
honestly
mean,
surprised.
the tech crowd, the tech enthusiast crowd, they got to get it for the YouTube channels and shit. Like it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big fucking thing, later this year, especially if you get it in December. I mean, I assume you pre-ordered one, but I mean,
I got the 256.
right? Is it?
but-
Did they push
so-
it back the pre-order?
So I got it. I think it's going to be Q1 2022.
Oh, see
So-
that I don't know, man.
So maybe that's the thing, is that maybe I will get a chance, and people like me who, and I pre-ordered it pretty quickly. It's just
Right,
that's
yeah.
online purchases with the consoles and stuff.
Well, with
and
everything
so it
going
goes.
on, I mean, the chip shortage and all that bullshit. I mean,
Yeah. But I'll have a chance to see whether or not it's shit or not. And I mean, I've been burned by this stuff before. I've been burned by like VR and like these new headsets that come out every year, right, or every other year.
Yeah.
And they hype it up. This is when it's gonna get big. And it just flops.
Yeah,
So-
it ain't never gonna. Yeah, it's just a niche fucking thing forever. I mean, they're great tools for certain, applications, but I think this might have, big keyword there, might have somewhat of an identity crisis, because it really is like in the middle of casual and enthusiast. Like, hey, you build PCs, you want to check out this portable powerhouse, that's cool too. The casuals, I mean, like I said, at that price point, $400. I mean, if you really truly want a game, but because who really games on the go? Like, let's be honest. I mean,
Yes,
no
exactly.
one games on the
people
fucking
always
go.
bring up- I'm up on the train. I'm like, no, I'm gonna listen to music, or I'm gonna watch a movie
No,
or something.
yeah, and if you're gonna game on the go, you're gonna play some dumb bullshit Flash game, or not Flash, but some fucking dumb bullshit fucking phone game. Then that's just the. I mean, so, I mean,
it's
it
hard.
is. I can't even talk about it anymore.
It's a very nebulous product, but the thing is like, yeah, even half of the hardcore is not going to want to play with it because of some of them will be biased against the lower, playing it at lower hardware, but it is the most powerful small portable PC for that price range. So those people, I think, that know the hardware, know that DLSS and whatever AMD's DLSS version is going to be, will kind of get some more juice out of this in the years to come, because the things they do with DLSS is insane. It's actually pretty crazy. It's like if you ever watch Digital Foundry, they have a control analysis, and DLSS sometimes it looks better than native resolution.
Well, look, I'll tell you this right here and right now. My fucking eyeballs cannot tell the difference. I mean, I go to the strip club. I got 2 women approach me because I look 2 different directions at once. So at the end of the day, just automatically turn DLSS on, and I ain't even gonna notice, right?
Yes,
and I think they should,
thing. That's a good thing, because I mean, if you're getting more performance out of something that looks visually the same or potentially better, I mean, there are artifacts and stuff like that where shit pops up on like Death Stranding, and you'll have some ghosting or whatever. But so the people who know this technology, I think, will be very into it. And I would disagree that it's at the wrong time. I would say this is probably at I mean, Valve's very cautious with their hardware releases. I think they spend a lot of time. I mean, this was announced, a year before. And I mean, look at the last consoles. They waited until like the month before to announce that shit.
Right.
Yeah. So I think Valve takes their time with stuff like this, and they really kind of support it and put their. And I'm not a Valve fanboy because I've indexes. I'm not paying $1,000 for VR, especially when it's fucking you have to drill shit into your walls.
Right.
Fallout. It's a product that I think there's a market out there for it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, people snatched it up. It's definitely not for little Jimmy and Mom's going to go into GameStop and order one. Definitely.
I mean, that might happen eventually. I mean, if it gets to that point,
if they get their foot in the door,
the fucking soccer mom's going to be fucking like, what the fuck this shit? And then the guy in the goddamn cashier going to say like, yeah, you can play fucking Fortnite, play fucking FIFA, Madden, there you go. And they get it, and they'll be like, what the fuck's this shit? Like Linux, what the hell? The fucking turtle roaming around the god fucking penguin or whatever the hell. Like.
When I look at this product, I think the worst case scenario, it flops. It flops like the Steam Box. The Steam Box when they had those PCs that they were supposed to guide as consoles, and there was Alienware that
that did go the way of
So that flopped. I mean, the Steam controller, financially flopped, or no one really picked it up. It was a great product. I've used it, and they still support it, which is why
I know. I think this is going to be a great product, but I think you have to definitely know what you're getting. Like, I don't think you can just say, okay, like again for the fucking small, like $400, like you literally can buy a PS5 and PS5
just. No one's going to want to. The people who would get this don't want a PS5 because they're.
Well, then the people that are going to get this are in the hardcore. They're just putting out a product for the hardcore audience then. If they're not trying to convert people over, then
audience in half, really, basically, because some people, will have that mindset. Oh, it's not powerful enough, and I don't play portably, and so they want to play on their PC.
Well, I mean, there's a dock mode.
The best case scenario with this product is that it grows this market, like we're talking about, doesn't really exist. I mean, it does exist, but it's not really been tapped yet. So the best case scenario is it blows up, right? And you could. It makes things more open because Valve's a huge champion of like opening up as far as like the open source software and stuff like that, and that's why they're using Linux. And then we're not so dependent on Windows for PC games because they have this whole. I think the Proton shit they're doing with because Linux.
Oh yeah, that's way.
It could run nothing. 5 years ago, you could fucking. It had to be native. You had.
Bro, I installed fucking. Last time I used fucking Linux was on my fucking PS3. Like I was dumb and I put that shit on there and I'm like, why the fuck do they allow this on here? Like it is such a fucking weird thing. Like, and then they removed it.
The best thing that could happen is that they blow that market up, and so we don't have to pay for Windows because all of our games are being optimized for Linux, and we have this cool emulation box that already is proven as far as just like power comparisons to, like I said, the GDP Win runs Mario Odyssey and other, Switch emulation specifically, and this is more powerful than that.
Well, I'll tell you what, hopefully they got great battery life in this bitch because I've been streaming for fucking 2 hours nearly, and I'm almost dead out here, and I got a Ryzen fucking 7, so it's basically the same fucking thing. But
that's gonna suck. The battery's gonna suck. The Switch sucks, and that's like the chip in there is not super powerful.
And it depends on what you're playing too. I mean, you start playing those fucking hardcore demanding games that I mean, it's just going to be way worse.
Yeah. But the argument against that is all the people that you say that to the Switch are like, oh, I play it on the toilet. That's it. I play it in bed. It's like, all right, well then fucking just stream.
Ain't nobody playing no games on no fucking bed and toilet. You know what they doing? They getting in that VR and they watching them fucking strip club girls come at you. And that, I mean, it's shit. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this, like I said, I think it is going to be quality. I think if as a YouTuber, I think it would be cool to have one. And if it works as a streaming box, I'd love to replace this piece of fucking shit because that thing's small as fuck. I can literally take it anywhere and just use a Wi-Fi hotspot or whatever. But I mean, I don't know.
Just looking at it, the way they're pushing it, and the way that I mean, I don't want to be a marketing head, but
Right.
Gabe said that the price that they arrived to was pretty hurt to get to that price point because the hardware is pretty powerful for the form factor. So what I think is that it's going to be, personally, I'm not a huge fan of portable gaming, right? What I do is I go back and forth, either like during the summer I'll come down to my parents so I'm able to like go outside and shit. I'm not stuck in the city, right? So
Right.
I can't bring my fucking big PC or my PS5 or whatever. What I do is I bring something like this, or I bring a Surface tablet or a laptop. But this thing is more powerful than any of those alternatives. So this is, and it's cheap. I
Yeah.
mean, relatively compared to what you would pay.
I mean, yeah.
For a laptop.
But how powerful is it? I mean, like, does it really compare to, like, say, a 1050 Ti from like 6 years ago? You think it's on that level?
It does. It is. It's been proven. It's got the same teraflops as a GTX 1050 Ti. It's the GPU equivalent of that.
Really?
And it has the Zen 2 4-core, which, I mean, 4-core, because it's AMD, they have, I think, what was it, better performance per core or something like that.
Yeah,
but, so it's gonna be the most powerful, like I said, thing you can get for this form factor, and that's the thing that attracts me because I'm going to be docking this and using it for light computing and stuff like that. Go on Discord or whatever with it and play xCloud, but I'll play some games on it. I'll stream. And the other thing is that Steam has in-app streaming, so you could stream from GeForce Now or xCloud, but you could also stream from your gaming PC. So my gaming PC back at my apartment is going to be turned on, and I can instantly connect through Steam and use Steam Link to stream from that. So already, boom, if I want to play that Red Dead 2 with max settings, it's going to be a stream, but it's possible. But that's just me because I have a PC.
Right.
But so it's a weird thing. Like you could do a bunch of shit with it. That's the thing. So
Right.
we'll see how it plays out. It could go heads or tails, but I have faith just based on Valve's history of hardware. But it could flop, just like there's been examples in the past. Steambox.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll flop. I think there'll be multiple iterations in the next 5 or 10 years. It'll be like VR. It'll just keep coming out until they just stop fucking doing it. Because there's a market for that shit, but it ain't ever going fucking big.
And then we'll get the Facebook Switch, and that's going to be the end game of that.
Hell yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, come on out of here. Holy shit.
Oh my god, that would be
over.
Disgusting. In-game ads and shit like that.
Might as well. Fit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll see how it turns out, and keep preaching the truth.
Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate
All right,
it. Alrighty, interesting insight there. Still not 100% convinced in a lot of areas, but it is what it is. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey man, I just want to say that I totally agree that I'd rather get an actual gaming laptop than a Steam Deck.
I mean, it's going to be more powerful. I honestly, I don't think. I mean, I ain't no computer science or wizard, but dude, I just think a fucking gaming laptop is going to get you a little bit more performance.
Exactly, and it's good. You're gonna be able to upgrade it. You're gonna be able to have whatever software you want. You're gonna be able to it's gonna have a larger battery life. I'd rather get a pricey, solid gaming laptop. It doesn't have to be big. It could be medium sized, but portable.
Right.
With a plug adapter and everything, and that's all I need. I don't see the point in buying a 400 quote unquote mini PC, which is gonna have really the specs are compared to a laptop are shit. The power is not going to be enough.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of fucking power to to push those games. Some of those games, man, they fucking.
So the only purpose I see for the Steam Deck is for small indie games, or like I can imagine playing Half-Life 2 would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like older games, no problem. It'll fucking
problem.
yeah.
But again, it's just I don't see it being worth the money. It's not. People
Oh, not
are
for
really-
fucking 64 gigs, bro. Like you can do very little with that. I mean, like that is the biggest. That's worse than fucking Apple, man. Even Apple's not even pulling a chain like that anymore. Like that, it should be at least 128 gigs. I mean, come on. And the storage is slower too for the base model apparently. So, like you can't. I mean, I guess I don't know, man. It's a fucking weird product, man. Like we're talking fucking weird. They want to try and get Switch audience, but Switch audience ain't budget. They get Nintendo. That's what they want. They want Nintendo. They're staying in that garden. They ain't coming to Steam. Hell no. That ain't happening. So I guess this is going up against the fucking Chinese, Switch-like fucking Windows things or whatever. I don't know what the fuck's out there. I mean, like, it's Steam, it's Valve. It's got a lot of backing. There's going to be a lot of support, but it's just a fucking weird thing, man.
It's a gimmick. I think it's a gimmick.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. I know that. I'm fucking using probably something that's maybe a little. I mean, I don't know. That guy acted like it was as good as a 1050 Ti. I'm not even sure about that. But I mean, I know a 1050 Ti is not even that strong anymore. But here's the thing: like, I'm using a Ryzen 7 out here, and we're already fucking basically dead on the battery. Like, it's just trash. So I mean, if you want a game on the go. This doesn't exist. It really doesn't exist outside of like, you can play some fucking fucking solitaire or some bullshit. Like that ain't gonna drain the battery that fast.
Well, I understand people want to be able to game on the go, but what I would do instead is I would just get a laptop and get just a backpack with
exactly, because there's 14-inch gaming laptops today. You can get a 3050 Ti. Now, maybe I don't know where that stands in regard. I mean, there's literally fucking small laptops coming out, and they have AMD fucking 8-core threads, fucking 8, all that shit. So like, I mean, yeah, it's twice the price, but I mean, if you're going out and spending. See, that's the thing. I recommend the base model because if you're spending, it's the same fucking thing outside of the storage. You're getting scammed. Yeah. It's a fucking scam. I mean, what's the price if you max this all the way out? Like $600 or something like that? Holy shit.
Also, does anyone know battery life? Does anyone know the battery life?
It ain't going to be great. I mean, if I can barely fucking do a stream out here for 2 hours, I mean, I got a Ryzen 7. I mean, maybe that's my problem, but Jesus. And I got brightness all the way down, too. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it's all. I think it needs to be cheaper for it to be more.
If it were like $50 cheaper, I could say, okay, maybe we could swoop in. But Series S, Xbox Series S, ray tracing enabled, $300. Yeah, it's a console. You got to play it at home, what have you. But it's still a fucking better gaming experience. If you just want to game on this shit, I mean, I guess it's a cool novelty thing. But you might as well just buy a Switch. The software is going to be so much better. And I'm not even a Nintendo fanboy. I don't even have a fucking Switch. But I'm telling you, man, you're just going to they don't have third party on Nintendo, but it's like, dude, you really got to know what you want. You really got to know what you want with this fucking thing. I don't think it's the fucking jack of all trades like some people are making it out to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can do the PC and all this shit. It's like, yeah, you can, but you got to understand that it's a limited fucking thing. Like, it's integrated graphics, guys. It's not... it's an all-in-one chip, right? So.
I don't believe that every game will be playable. Like, I'm thinking
Hell no.
games like Garry's Mod be able to play on the Steam Deck, like with so many add-ons and so many.
Yeah, you start fucking around with that shit. You're gonna start bogging. Like, hey, imagine playing Teardown on this. That ain't fucking happening.
Well, PUBG.
Oh God, yeah, I can think of like at least 10 games right now that aren't not gonna run on this. There's no way. It's gonna run like fucking a slideshow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think games like Doom Eternal will be quite
yeah,
fun.
because you can run that on a fucking potato, basically. They fucking made sure you just throw that on low settings, and the Zoomers won't notice. They can. That's already on the Switch. So anything that's on the Switch is going to run over here. That's pretty much confirmed. So.
Anyways, carry on with the show.
Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate you.
All right.
Alrighty. I know today was a little tacky, but I needed. I mean, I'm glad we had at least one caller, a couple of callers, go toe to toe with World Class out here, and look, I like if they handed me one right now, even if I couldn't keep it, I'd absolutely be like, holy shit, this is fucking. I mean, I think it's gonna be a neat, cool novelty thing, but I'm not spending $400 on it. Hell no. You can get a PS5 for that. I'm sorry. Hello, you're on the air.
I have schizophrenia and I see niggers.
No, you literally came from 4channel. Fuck off. You're blocked. Jesus Christ. You know, we were really on a roll, and then these clowns come back in here, and they think they're so edgelord contrarian, like, oh, we're going to call in and say something we shouldn't say. What's Michael going to do? Well, folks at home, how we doing? Let's go ahead and read some of the chat here. Guys, am I totally off base here? Like, I think that guy was trying to be a little nice to me without going crazy. Like, you don't have to be nice. You can say I'm a fucking retard. I don't care. I get that every day. But I know I have my thinking cap on. I played around with a lot of hardware, a lot of mobile fucking, devices, and, well, there's going to be limitations that just, See, the thing is, a lot of people who are interested in this have a desktop thing. They don't have very few people have a fucking gaming laptop because they scoff at that idea. Like, oh, a gaming laptop, that's fucking shit. But they do this, and now it's a fucking thing. Like, no, dude, you can't. Like, the the fucking Valve fanboys are kind of stupid. Okay, I'm sorry, they're just kind of fucking stupid because they scoff at the idea of a gaming laptop. Like, oh, the fucking thermal throttling, and then they see the Steam Deck and they fucking shove it right up their ass because it's fucking Gabe getting naked and he's 500 pounds oiled up in your goddamn gaming chair, hard as a rock. I mean, the fanboyism is really coming out these days, and for $400, I don't think it's a deal. I don't care about the portability. I don't care about the fucking half-ass baked, productivity. Like, dude, for that price, for what it offers, you're not going to be able to do too fucking much.
Miles Kino donated $2 Canadian and 79 cents through Super Chat. Great show, Michael. Keep doing it like this.
Hell yeah. Just wish we had a more compatible audience. Because, if everyone in here fucking cared heavily about this shit, then they would have all called in and said, hey, Michael, you're so fucking wrong. Like, I'm not saying, look, cancel your pre-order. However, I do think that a lot of people are, they see the Steam logo on this sumbitch. They see the Valve logo more specifically on this sumbitch. They're going to come out of the woodwork and they're going to say this is the best thing since sliced bread because it's Gabe fucking Newell approved or whatever the fuck his name is. Gabe Newton, whatever the hell. So, like, dude. PC Master Race. Most decent gaming laptops are thousands of dollars. Not true. Not true. I bought a 2060 gaming laptop, 115 watts, Intel 10th generation for like $600. Now, granted, it's a fucking, it's a Chinese fucking gateway. So yeah, but you can upgrade it. You can upgrade the fucking RAM. For like $649. Like so here's the thing: for $400, you can get a fucking goddamn PS5. You're talking next gen. You're talking the movie games. You guys love that God of War shit. Like, boy, come over here. I'm going to teach you how to fish. This is God of War. You can play those fucking movie games to the cows come. You can't do that on here. So, I don't know what to say about this anymore. Like, I am just, like, I can never stop talking about this, guys. Like, I am honestly, I'm a fucking idiot.
Reds donated $2 through Super Chat. You're a fucking retard.
Oh yeah, okay, you're dumb. Look at you. How'd that Dylan the Details come down on that hammer for you? I told you not to do it. You didn't listen. Dylan got you there, didn't he? Sucks to be you. Nonetheless, we appreciate your 4 quarters. Jesus Christ, finally supporting my shit after leeching off of me. All right, so let's go ahead and read some of the chat here. Gabe Newton, yeah, that's his name, right? Halo 3, PS5 is a different device. It's not portable. No, who fucking... Guys, this is for the Gabe Newton fanboys, okay? This is for the Steam Valve hardcore fanboys. They scoff at the gaming PC because it's not fucking Steam. But now that they do it basically in a little handheld Switch form, they're like, oh, fuck, it's the most powerful thing ever. It's better than the 1050 Ti, which I don't know. Look, I'm not an engineer. Maybe it is better. I just don't think it will be. Because the 1050 Ti, what's the wattage on this? There's no way it's going to be more than a 1050 Ti because the wattage is fucking, it's a totally different thing, But maybe I'm a retard in that regard. I don't know. But I'm pretty positive that a 1050 Ti is still going to give you better performance. However, not in, So, I forgot what I was going to say. Let's see here. No plans on installing Windows. Too bad. We know software drives hardware. Valve has a lot of software. There's a lot of shovelware on Steam, but there's also a lot of great things on Steam. So, it's really a mixed bag on what you want to do with this thing. If you just want to play these dumbass simulation games or whatever, yeah, it's going to float your boat. But at the end of the day, it is a weird product that is for a very, very specific audience here. I mean, how does this compare to a 3050 Ti or a 3050? I mean, those are in laptops now for about, yeah, it's way more expensive, like $800, $900. But, you know, I mean, the way things are heading, it's, I know I don't have an audience for this, but it's hard to explain without knowing that you guys don't care or know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not saying you guys are dumb, but what I'm saying is that, you know, a lot of people in here don't fucking care about this shit, and that's hard to fucking do.
Dylan in the details donated $2 through Super Chat. Hammer.
Great.
Hammer.
You telling me to get a hammer and smash that piece of shit? I mean, someone's going to do it. I mean, shit. Might as well just 3D print one. Yeah, xCloud. I mean, like I said, you know, streaming is, you can literally stream AAA games. You don't have to worry about hardware. Windows 11 is literally going to be, you can stream Windows 11 through the whole fucking cloud, man. I know that's a thing. I read that. It's not a fucking joke. Like Windows is announcing that. I mean, I don't know if it's for everyone, if it's some like rollout thing or whatever, but like Windows 11, you can run Windows 11 off the fucking cloud. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, cloud computing is a fucking thing. You don't have to agree, and that's fine, but it is here to stay, and it is something that is, you know, going to be niche for now because it's not, you know, to the masses yet, but eventually as Game Pass becomes more popular and prevalent, and as Sony competes with Game Pass because it's going to dominate in the future to come, everything is a service. There's nothing you own anymore, and you know, that's been the case with Steam a long time. You don't own the games on Steam, and I know they might call in and start, you know, arguing about that, but you don't own shit on Steam. You own the goddamn license, the agreement that says, hey, you have the consent to fucking play this software because you bought the goddamn license for it. So, you know, it's really... Shit, I can never stop talking about this stuff, guys. I mean, because I really want to get down to the reality, but I don't know if there's an end point here. I don't know if there's the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to be a huge colossal failure. It's not going to be. It's going to be like VR, where it does what it needs to do, and it satisfies a lot of people that are in that fucking bubble. But the thing is, that bubble is so closed off that, well, it's not going to really gather new people in. It's like this stream. This stream is an acquired taste. A lot of people hate the show. They fucking block me. Thousands of gamers hate me. They block me all over Twitter. They don't get the show. They don't understand it. They never will, and that's okay. We want to piss people off because fuck them. They don't deserve to know the show. They don't deserve to understand the show. But what needs to know is that it's hard to get new people in here, and I think that's the exact case with this damn thing. It's cool. Great idea. Execution remains to be seen, but the whole power thing conversation, I don't know, like, they could say it's powerful, but like, to get the specs, I had to dig on the website. Like, the specs on the website were not necessarily prevalent, so they're not focusing heavily on specs, because I had to like go to like 2 different pages to get the fucking specs. It just said it was powerful, like the most powerful handheld, which is probably true. I mean, by definition, but like, we just don't know. There's just a lot of fucking factors, man. So, I mean, look, some of you guys are rich. You guys can afford it, and that's fantastic. But, you know, if I didn't have a PS5, I mean, there's no reason to buy any of this shit right now. Hardware doesn't do anything for me. That's why Nintendo is so successful. They put out software. Very seldom do they do that these days. I mean, you know, there's no software fucking goddamn era. But here's the thing. When they do put out the software, the new Zelda, the new Mario, the new fucking Donkey Kong, the new goddamn Peach is fucking running away, and you got to go goddamn save her with Mario Sunshine and all this shit. Like, you're going to buy the Switch, you're going to buy the fucking software on the Switch, and that no one cares about hardware on Switch. If you care about hardware on Switch, you're a fucking anomaly. You're a goddamn freak of nature. No one is playing Switch and saying, you know what, I wish, you know, I mean, look, some games aren't going to perform all that well. I mean, I'm sure The Witcher runs like dog shit on Switch. I'm sure there's games that just absolutely fucking crawl on Switch. I know there's one game that does, and it's Deadly Premonition 2, but that's because the devs are just, they don't know how to optimize. So, guys, weird product. It was fun discussing this, but I think we have hit the, I think we've hit the end of the tunnel. Let's go ahead and jump into one last round of Skype here, and we'll see how this ultimately unfolds. So this is the last round of Skype. Then we're going to wrap this shit up. Whew. And we're going to see how this ultimately plays out. Nothing's opening, so we're going to click on things, just bang on things until things open. Hopefully the Steam Deck is not this slow, because, you know, that would suck. Alrighty. We out here. That I know that I can tell you. Last round of Skype. Come on, guys. No one's shilling the Steam Deck. How am I shilling the Steam Deck? I am not shilling the Steam Deck. In fact, I would say you are there are many other avenues where you can take your money and you can get smart about your money for $400, depending on what kind of experience you want. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I think the price point is so high because it's hard to put that price point at a reasonable thing if everything else is so high. Like
well, everything skyrocketed.
Yeah, like for example, when Android was coming out with their new phone right around the time iPhone came out with the 10, it was $1,000. So if you want your customers and consumers to think that your product is just as good, you're going to put your price point at that level. You see what I mean? And that's kind of all I really wanted to touch on. I thought that was kind of
Straight up,
overlooked.
Brando donated
Right.
$10 through
Whole,
Super Chat.
breakdown, but all
It's
your
over.
points
Never
were
question
pretty
the
good.
integrity
And
and
to be
methods
honest,
of world-class veteran
no
video
one games
game
on the
critic.
go, and I hope it performs really good. So yeah, that's kind of all I had to say.
Right.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. We appreciate you, bro. Hell yeah. Straight up, Brando coming through really hard and really strong in the face of adversity. It's over. Hello, you're on the air.
World class sophisticated video game civilization trial calling in. If it wasn't clear already, it's very clear now that you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You're saying shit out of your ass to get views and clicks.
No! Bitch, this ain't getting views and clicks. Go fucking jack Gabe Newton off, you fucking piece of shit, you soy motherfucker. Go put on the triple masks, you dumb fuck. Show me that vaccination card. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. You don't know what you're talking about, Schreier. Okay, you got so much fucking soy up your ass. It's so fucking incredibly sad. It's so incredibly sad. No, you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
You could not go 12 rounds.
Bitch, you don't know who you're fucking talking to, okay? Go back to fucking Gabe Newton's asshole and look into there some more, because you want to show this shit.
You can go back to the hole that you came in from, you piece of
Well, how
shit.
much you gonna pay? How much you gonna pay, Schreier? Because you ain't paying shit.
Goddamn thing, I'm taking money from you when I show your ass for slander. and
Go
libel.
ahead and do what you gotta do. I'm gonna show you, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, motherfucker.
I'm up this year with you, and that's at the breaking point. That's at the breaking point. It's happening. I'm getting my lawyers on the phone.
Well, hopefully your lawyers are hot, because believe me, I need to see something these days.
Your slanderous crime.
She doesn't love you, okay? You don't have the facts, and you're crying that I'm superior to you, okay? In so many areas.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're making me very, very angry because you don't understand anything. You
Hey,
keep
tell your mother I said hi. Oh wait, she's fucking 6 feet under.
You say the same thing every single time.
I know, because it gets you so triggered. You got the soy up your fucking ass, Schreier. It's so sad.
Video games. You just fucking say shit out of your ass without even knowing what it is. I know you have to do that for your shitty fucking live stream. You have to keep talking, even if it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, but yeah, you fucking tune in, Schreier. I mean, you got all these fucking Nimrods coming over here from who knows fucking where. Like, oh, Michael, we knew everything about this, that, and the third. You got clowns coming over here, and they're following you.
Clown!
No, you're done, dude. Hello, you're on the air. Last caller, let's go.
If Steam Deck fanboys can think they can graduate from Losers Club without kissing Michael's foot, they are dead wrong.
What the fuck? Alrighty, well, folks, the battery is dying here, and hopefully the Steam Deck has a better battery because, well, my God. But I'm pretty sure it's pretty comparable to what we're using out here, maybe a little bit better, hopefully. But, 2 hours of gaming on the go. I don't know. Nonetheless, we have discussed this to the fullest extent out here. Actually, I could still go for 12 more hours, only if people could continue to show up and go 12 rounds. But we know that just isn't the case. And to reiterate one more time, folks, this is the reality as it unfolds. First-generation product, that is a fact. They've never done something like this before to this extent. That's the reality. $400 for 64 gigs, an absolute scam. You could buy a PS5. You could buy an Xbox Series S. You could buy a fucking used gaming laptop that could probably give you better performance. Weak APU. Integrated graphics, essentially. Yes, it's got the DLSS technology from AMD, but who cares about that? The demographic is all off the fucking charts because, well, you can figure that one out for yourself. That's the reality of the situation. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show, and that's going to do it. But wait a minute, Michael. I came from Gabe Newton's ass. And I tell you what, Michael, you're so damn wrong. I'm going to watch this stream back with my buddies, and we going to laugh at how ignorant you are and how stupid you sound, Michael. I can't even believe you graduated high school with that dumb nose of yours. I mean, what's up there, Michael? One time I heard that you stuck a fork in the goddamn fucking dang, Michael, and it shocked you. Well, what you think that was going to do? Hell, I'm fixing to roll up from Kentucky after I get done with my sister, and I'm going to roll the red carpet out for you, Michael, but it ain't going to be for you. It's going to be for me when I look at you, when I drag you across that red carpet, because the blood's going to mix right in. See, I'm going to come over there, and I'm going to put my boot up your ass. It's over. That I know that I can tell you. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show once again. And with that said, it's over.